and welcome everyone to this week's episode of Below the Land of Fire, our Call of Cthulhu 7th edition campaign. We are here, we are very excited about today's game, at least I am. Everyone else is very I know what I forgot to do. I forgot to make sure everyone was in their proper boxes. So we're going to start the person who is in their right box, which thankfully is the first person I was going to go to anyways. Yutsai, how are you tonight?
Hey, I'm doing well. I'm ready for mysteries and overthinking and pretending everything has a logical explanation and being horrifically wrong.
Someone who's never horrifically wrong is Nugatosaurus. How are you, my dear?
I'm doing great. I might not be horrifically wrong, but I'm definitely horrified of the gif that was in the tweet today. So I'm not ready for this. Just putting that out there.
Yes. Someone who is totally ready for this. Arena Zhao, how are you? Or Lark Lorian, so, yes, your character's name. I didn't just look at the overlay while doing something else and read the first name I saw, no.
Works for me. Yeah, I am ready. I am gonna try my best to say the name without laughing this session. That is my goal. I haven't even said it yet. This is not good.
This is great.
You just have to hold off on it until it's the perfect moment. I'll help.
Wonderful. So, speaking of help, how are you tonight, Prince?
I am existing. I am existing well. Doing that
so
existing
many things
thing.
exist in Call of Cthulhu, so I feel like it's
I know.
exciting.
That's the other part. And I was like, but I don't necessarily want to know what exists here that I don't know about. This is the ignorance is bliss thing.
Is it though?
Until it's not. And then its ignorance is now turned into terror. And terror's not great. Not great.
So, speaking of terror is great, hi, I'm the Keeper of Arcane Lore for this evening, Lindy, Laugh Love Lindy, and we're gonna be, I'm gonna do a little recap-a-roo of what happened last week. Last week was our first episode. It was great, it was fine, everything was so nice and wonderful and lovely, and nothing bad has happened. Because what did happen was they were all called into all these wonderful investigators who work for Wintercroft Investigations, part-time. They got called in to do a group mission, to the New York City location. Sat in on a mission briefing, went out to a nice company-paid dinner, and got to know each other a little bit better. Feeling out the mood, how each other kind of jives, and yeah, it was great. Went back home. Everyone had a good night's sleep except Bobby May Dean, because she may have had like a bit of a nightmare. She's been having those more and more often lately. It's interesting. Wonder what that cause could be. I wouldn't worry about it. It's totally fine. But you know what was also totally fine? But they flew to Lima, Peru. No problems. Had a sober pilot, because that was an issue in the 1980s until 1989 when a law was passed against it. Fun fact. The plane was fine. The weather was great. They made their transfer over to Cusco and met up with their driver, who's going to be driving them around for the area for the next few days. Julio Herrera. I'm sorry. Who is just, doing his best, really wants to be a tour guide, but didn't, people have told him he should just stick to driving. But, he's gonna show these people all around because they like his tours, they said. Green stickers all around. They got to Cusco, they did some, checking in the hotel and got some dinner, and at dinner they found out that the owner of the restaurant, her daughter has been missing since the last meeting of the followers of Yacumama, mysterious cult that they've been told to investigate and, possibly confront. Find out who their leader is, the usual. I say as if that's a usual thing. It's not, but for Wintercroft it's not that unusual. And they had some tasty cuy, which is a local, favorite in Peru. And then they had a night's sleep. to be awoken the next morning to go out and go to the Moray Ruins, which was the last meeting place of the followers of Yacumama. So, I don't remember if we specified this, but how late did everyone sleep in the next morning? How's everyone feeling this bright and lovely day?
Bobby's up pretty early, I think. Just naturally. She's always up early.
Teddy came back early to do the walk of shame.
He did.
Not so much shame, but you know.
Yeah. The walk of this is legal here.
Hmm?
I thought you just walk of I spent all night comforting this dude.
Well, that was part of it. That was part of it. You can't go telling people that. That'll ruin my rep.
What about Irina?
She's one of those people who, if you catch her before 9, it's because she didn't sleep.
Do we catch her before 9?
No.
Okay.
I think that she completely misses like the walk of shame.
Mm-hmm.
Then you wake up to Teddy. We gotta go.
I think Parker would probably have slept in jet lag and such and such.
Yeah, you're not as probably jet lagged as these East Coast people because the way the time zones are. But yeah, there's a little bit of, it was a lot of flights yesterday. And I did some research. And I would like everyone to make me a constitution check because guess what? Altitude sickness takes about 12 hours to kick in. So, you know, just wanted to see how people are feeling after a night's sleep. It usually kicks in after your first night's sleep, so.
Did that tea that we drank to help us not sleep and also with altitude sickness help at all?
So it's like, it's a stimulant, but it's not caffeinated, if that makes sense. It helps some. But, it more helps with the symptoms, if that makes sense. Parker and Bobby May, you two failed. Everyone is going to have an ever so slight headache just because, again, we are well over 11,000 feet up. However, you two who failed your con check, you're kind of queasy, okay? You got some nausea going on. And your headache. It's not a slight headache. You guys have more of a headache and nausea. The other two, just a slight headache. Just some ibuprofen, I'll fix it. So yeah, you doors are knocked upon, potentially.
Is there like a continental breakfast or anything?
Yes, there is. There's
okay.
Yeah.
Bobby's probably down there, drinking coffee. Is there like a paper? I'm assuming there's like a paper or something.
Yes, there would be a paper. It's in Spanish because it's Peru, but there would be a local newspaper.
Okay, I'm probably reading that and seeing if anything interest pops out.
Give me a library use check.
Okay. That is an extreme success.
Okay.
I rolled an 8.
So you're reading like the Cusco Daily, or I don't know. I didn't look up Cusco newspaper brands at the time. But you're looking at like the local morning paper, and you're looking through, and there's like not much of interest. Oh, this is kind of interesting. You read it. There's like in like near the back. It's kind of like a smaller section. There is an article about something going on in Argentina, actually. So not quite super local, but it's apparently some earthquakes going on in the tip of Argentina, in Ushuaia. Like an abnormal amount of earthquakes. Nothing too big or serious, but like there's been some earthquakes going on.
Okay, enough activity that it's concerning.
Enough activity that it made the newspaper.
The news, right?
In a different country. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah.
Because
I'll just.
Peru and Argentina are like, they're not too far apart, but Chile is its next door neighbor, so.
Yeah. Okay, I will file that information away for later and then just peruse for the morning till everybody else joins me.
It's easy to peruse when in Peru.
Peru.
You shall peruse the paper with ease. There's a couple of interesting, like fun articles, like, oh, local woman finds, Incan, relic, in back garden, and it shows, it's just like a little, like, it's like an arrow. Like, there's like a picture of it, but it's big deal for the local news. Yeah, it's a pleasant morning. Everyone's able to come down, get some breakfast, and Julio, yes, Parker.
Oh no, just Parker's like little small burps here and there, sits down, asks for ice water and coffee. He's already busted into his first aid kit. He'll like see if there's any like ibuprofen in there.
There is ibuprofen in your fridge.
Alright, the headache's the most concerning part, so we'll just pop a couple of those.
Easy enough to do, easy enough to do. It helps the headache some, it does not help. And before you know it, Julio kind of like does the like knock knock like at the entry to the breakfast nook. Like, hey, is everybody ready to go today to places? The Moray Ruins, right?
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready to go.
Honestly, I could use a slow morning, but I think we're on a schedule, so suck it up.
Hola, mano.
We can take time. I'm not in a rush. I just want to make sure I'm available for you when you need me.
How long of a drive is it?
2 hours.
Oh, fuck. No, we got
the
stuff
altitude,
to do.
The altitude getting to you?
Is that it? It's either that or dinner last night. I mean, I've never had guinea pig before. Oh, maybe it was that.
Yo, bruh. It's Rolades.
Oh, you are a lifesaver, Teddy.
Say that now.
I'm just gonna exist for a few minutes while you guys figure out when we're leaving.
Okay, if you are having some altitude sickness, I'm going to get some plastic bags for the car.
Smart. That's a good move.
Oh.
Okay, I'll be back. He's gonna go buy some sick bags just in case. Because nausea the next day after coming in the day before and not being from around here, most people are gonna assume it's altitude sickness. Now it could be something else, but it's what all the locals are going to insist. And you see him talk to the front desk lady just briefly, and she nods, and she will come in and she'll actually make some coca tea and like pass it out for everybody.
I will definitely drink that.
You.
Wait, I actually have a cup I can use. Props.
Hey. You all have a
Delicious.
nice cup of tea. Nice cup of coca tea. And it helps a little bit. You know, you feel a little more awake.
Oh. Okay, I can suck it up for the ride over at least. Don't let me slow you down.
I wasn't.
I love your bedside manner, Teddy.
And about
I was gonna
20
make
minutes
your
later-
mom joke, but I'm holding myself back a little bit.
About 20 minutes later, when Julio comes back, he's gotten a couple of things for the car. It's some plastic bags and like a bucket, and you know, some towels. It's just some extra things, just in case people aren't feeling very well very suddenly. And like some bottled water and stuff. Oh, it's like, all right, are we ready to go?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hang on, I need to grab my hat.
Okay.
It just runs all the way up, runs back down. She
It
has
might
like
be high
that
altitude, but you know, that means we're closer to the sun, so sun protection is very important.
ginormous hat with netting. her pants are tucked and like squeeze into her boots, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Ready.
Okay. You
That
are
seems
very prepared.
okay. I mean, that's better that than not at all.
My
Better
brother's
safe
giving
than
me
sorry.
electromalaria.
That is
Is that
fair.
is that something we have to worry about?
Oh yeah, definitely.
This
Hopefully
wasn't in the
not.
briefing.
That's why we all brought bug spray. Did you bring bug spray? I've got some if you want some.
Same.
You know what? I'm just gonna take my whole backpack thing, or it's like
Sure.
Okay. So you get in the car, and there is just the radio playing. It's pretty chill, all in Spanish. And as you're driving by places, you see that big rock. That big rock fell down the mountain 12 years ago and crushed a goat. Oh, and over here you see, over there that is it's a field where we grow crops and things. And
Wow.
over there on the right, up ahead, you could see more mountains. In the distance, they're going to get bigger as we get closer.
That's wild.
If we're lucky, we maybe can see some vicuna today. It is the mating season, so you know.
All right, and what exactly are those?
Oh, vicuna. They're like guanaco, but well, actually, they're more like so vicuna are related. They're like wild llamas. No, I'm sorry. Vicuna are like wild alpacas, and guanaco are like wild llamas. Because you know, alpacas and llamas are domesticated, so you know. But their
Right.
ancestors, guanaco and the vicuna, are still out there.
All right.
In a few more months, there'll be the vicuna. A little less. What's the word I'm looking for? They're a little more docile than the guanaco. If you see a guanaco, don't go pet it. Especially during mating season, like right now. No, you would not be pretty. But vicuna, you can like wrangle. They're a little smaller. You can wrangle them, and they're the best fur. So once a year, actually every couple of years, we wrangle them up and then shear the wild vicuna, and it's very soft fur, very good. Better
What do
than
you use
regular
it
alpaca fur.
for?
It's any wool like you would make with alpaca wool, but it's softer, a little bit higher quality. They're just not domesticated, so that's a lot bigger of an ordeal to wrangle them all up and shear them.
I could probably tackle one.
Probably, but you know, right now, since it's the mating season, they're just all the males are just running around trying to castrate each other. So that's
Did you say castrate each other?
yeah, that's right. So when there's a lovely herd of lady vicuna or guanaco, they'll be like, beautiful ladies, and then the young males of the guanaco or vicuna, there can only be one, I guess is a good way of phrasing it, and so they will fight each other, aiming for the balls, so that way one of them cannot mate with the females, and they will be the top male of their herd.
I remember to take my distance. Jeez.
Yeah, their teeth are
That is
very sharp.
certainly an effective way to stop that, I suppose.
Yep. That's why you'll never see, male llamas and alpacas typically kept together. They like to fight, but not as mad as the wild ones. Those, they go right for the balls.
There's today's fun fact, isn't it?
All right then.
Y'all have done so much stupid research on random things for this game.
I'm here for it.
No, I don't hate this. This is why I'm asking questions. I'm like, wait, for real?
There's a YouTube video all about it. I can send it to you. You're like,
Don't tell me this kind of shit. This is how I fall down these YouTube rabbit holes.
so yeah. And he goes like in depth about how herds of guanaco and vicuna. He's like, vicuna are more found up here, guanaco are here and a little more south, so vicuna's a bit more common here. And he just goes on and on about he knows a lot about the agricultural farm stuff of the area. And then after it's been about 2 hours of that in the car, he'll arrive. He goes, okay, I can't take the car any further than this, because there's no road. I mean, it'll be down there, the ruins, the Moray Ruins. Okay, the Moray Ruins are an ancient Incan experiment lab, but for farming, crops and farming. The top of the area is in Fahrenheit about 15 degrees different than the bottom of the area. There's lots of terraces, and and each one gets different like light angles and temperature, so they were experimenting on how what to grow where and how to acclimate things back in the ancient times, because the Incans were very smart. And they're still here today, and there's lots of big watch your step. There's each terrace is about 7 feet high, so there's like little side steps. So if you want to get down, look for the protruding stones, and that's your steps down. Yeah, nothing's really growing there right now, but I'll be up here on the road. That's just off the road. You need me, unless you want me to go down and explain more things, like the terraces.
I think we might want to explore ourselves a little bit first, and then we might call you down to do some explaining for us.
I will be here in the car, listening to music, waiting for the signal.
Oh,
Perfect.
Thank you.
Any particular spots we'd be wary of? Any slippery slopes that tourist or two took a tumble on?
Watch your step in general, I guess. It's just, kind of a... It's steep.
This is the equivalent of good luck and don't die.
Yeah. And if you get out of the car, you can actually see, he's kind of pulled off a bit of the road, because it's just a little, like a one-car road to this area specifically. You see that there are 3 large circled terraces just going down to a smaller point in the center. It's really interesting to look at. I put y'all a picture in the Zoom chat for y'all, and I'll put a little picture in the Twitch chat for people to see as well. There's a link.
That is cool.
So it's spelled Moray, but it's pronounced Moray, the Moray Ruins. There's lots of concentric circles focusing down. You imagine this place would also have a pretty good echo. Like, it would carry sound really well, due to the fact of its just, comical nature. Yeah, you could easily see how this was, and also it looks kind of artificially sloped and things. This does not look like a natural place, to be sure. This was definitely very carefully curated for this spot. Yeah, and it's gonna probably take about a half hour to get down. It looks. If you see an actual human standing in there, you're like, they're so small. It looks smaller than it does in a picture. Or it looks smaller in the
I
picture
found some
than it does.
pictures now, and I'm like, okay, got it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So, the Moray Ruins. What would you like to do?
I mean, my naturally gravitates towards the center.
Absolutely.
Or one of the centers, I guess.
You got to get down in here and learn a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Is there one dip that's bigger than the other? Because there's I think in the picture there was 2 or 3, right?
There's a really small one, a medium one, and a big one.
I think we should probably head towards that big one. That, in my opinion, that would be the place to have a gathering.
Mm-hmm. Anything someone might have dropped might be really eye-opening on figuring more stuff out.
Yeah, where they might have gone next.
I'll probably follow along, kind of absentmindedly after them, while keeping my head really down. Out of curiosity, Cindy, on the ground, can I look for any traces of cigarette butts or weed joints or ecstasy pills or just drugs in general? That was kind of a...
Would love for you to look at the ground.
Yeah.
Could you make me a spot hidden check?
Ooh.
Okay, let's do this. Oh, flipping hell!
What are you quaaluding to?
Well, I'm just thinking, it's a gathering. We got a bunch of people doing cult things. It's better to do it when you're inebriated. And it was investigate?
Spot hidden.
Oh, hidden. Okay. There we go. Oh, yay! That's not too
With
bad.
a hard success. Yeah, actually, you do notice some stuff looking at the ground. There has been a shit ton of foot traffic through here within the past week. Shit tons of foot, like a couple thousand people. You would estimate a few thousand people.
Okay.
Also, you notice that a lot of it seems to be like in the terraces where like crops would have been. You imagine. Just close your eyes. You could just imagine what it looked like in the Incan time. You see a lot of upturned earth, but not like someone just plowed a whole area, but like a bunch of small holes, like when a squirrel buries an acorn or that kind of thing. But I'll say like a couple thousand of them.
Okay. As they're kind of like working with this plodding along towards the bigger place, I'm like, oh, I'll catch up, and then I just kind of kneel and just kind of be the squirrel, I guess, and kind of
Sure,
unearth
you're gonna
it.
dig it up. You're gonna dig out one of these holes.
I'm curious. I'm like, what the fuck is it? Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Please.
So you dig, and it's not terribly deep. It's probably 5 inches down, maybe 6. Find potato.
I think she just gets up and is like, anyone know a particular Incan meaning to this? Guys?
Looks like you got to the root of the matter.
Is that a potato?
I didn't think they did any agriculture in these anymore.
Well, I was just kind of following the drug trail, I guess. Just like points at the cigarette butts.
There's actually not a single cigarette butt out here.
Fine. I was following the trail. There we go.
Yes,
Just
yes.
foot traffic
It's
here.
actually surprising for the amount of foot traffic
Pretty
that's here
clean.
for there to not be any cigarette butts.
Yeah, not even like any smell of burning plastic.
Yeah,
Wow.
a little weird.
Yeah, she's just like, well, there's a lot of holes here. Look, there's just.
Are-
I'm kind of willing to bet they're all potatoes or others.
I mean, is it like just a regular potato?
She looks at it. It's like, how can you tell the difference between a regular potato? I've never seen a potato that looks
Cut
the
it
same.
open? Probably.
Yeah.
Might as well. She pulls out like a switchblade.
Okay, so you cut open the potato.
Huh?
I need you to. No, it's fine. It's
Cross section.
Ah! No, it's totally fine. Yeah, it's a little funny shaped, but Peru has a bunch of different types of potatoes. Like,
The yam?
no, they're all potatoes technically. But there's just different, like how we have, like how you can get different colored carrots in the grocery store now.
Mm-hmm.
That,
Mhm.
but potatoes. Like Peru has, several dozen potato varieties. In fact, I think they have a potato museum because potatoes originated in Peru. The Incans kind of started cultivating that.
I think that was probably on my list. I think I was making with Petty of like things I'd like to go see. Maybe.
So the one you cut open is purple, like a purplish red on the inside.
Ooh, that looks so good. And she's like, could really make soup with this.
Are you gonna eat the mystery potato?
I mean, I was thinking more of boiling like a sweet soup with tapioca pearls.
Can I dig through one of the other holes just like
Yeah.
if it's another potato?
Yeah, you
Hold
dig through it
on.
up another hole, and you find a different potato, a different kind of potato.
So someone planted potatoes here.
There are a lot of these holes.
Like, not being funny this time. Have any of them started to take root?
Yeah, how long ago were these planted?
It looks like they were planted
That's a good point.
a few days ago. A couple of like the like a good seed potato. would have some shoots. So you see that there are some shoots on these.
A bit of spuds. All
A little
right.
bit of spuds, yeah.
Would that match with the meetup?
It
Mhm.
would, actually, yeah.
Why would they be planting potatoes out here?
Well,
Chuck my potato on the ground.
I mean, our dossier did say that. I mean, they might leave clues. This could be a clue. I don't know. I don't know how a potato could be a clue, but
Hundreds of buried potatoes.
we might just keep it in mind while we keep looking. That's very
And
strange.
we're getting French fried.
I'm gonna keep going down into the
Mhm.
center.
Yeah.
I'm gonna head down into the center.
Okay,
Wow.
great.
While she heads down towards the center, and I'm like looking at all the places they're buried. Out of curiosity, Lindy,
Yes.
you know how those potato clocks are like a thing?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, are the potatoes planted strategically, like the holes, right? As she's going down, I'm gonna actually go further away from her, so she's
Mm-hmm.
go back up and see if there's any
Your
sort
voice
of pattern
ca-
or like
Your voices
big
carry
pattern.
really well, so you don't have to yell really to talk to each other, even if you go further. Yeah. So. Potato
about the-
clock.
Yeah,
You
what
know,
about like
they're
that?
kind of randomly, haphazardly planted.
So nothing. Okay.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be a particular pattern to this. But there does appear to be a couple thousand of these holes with potatoes in each one, you presume.
If that building in the picture is accurate to where we are, I'd like to go
I
check out the building.
Don't think that building is there yet. That's a restaurant in the modern day. I don't think it's there yet because this ruins wasn't really I don't think toured much till the 70s or 50s or something. It's not been super long, like, oh, we know what this is. So. Yes. I don't think that restaurant's there yet.
Is there anyone watching us?
Give me a spot hidden check.
Ooh.
Spot hidden. Yes. God damn it.
You know, Julio. He's watching, guys. Get a
Fair
snack.
enough.
It's got like a banana. It's leaning against his car. Like at the top.
I'll go join Bobby May at the center at one of these things.
Okay.
See if they found anything.
I'm
Bobby
basically
May.
just gonna keep watch.
What are you looking for in the center? Looking for something in particular, or are you just looking?
I think I'm just looking because I do know that these people are supposed to leave clues on where to go next. So I'm Scooby Dooing it. I'm looking for clues.
Give me a spot hidden check.
All right.
Scooby Doo in it.
That is a 10 for an
Ooh.
extreme
Myth.
Success.
With an extreme success, you find a few things. The first thing you're gonna notice is gonna be the obvious thing. Which is you see there is a riddle spelled out with pebbles. Lots of different little pebbles have been spelled out to a riddle in the center.
Okay.
And the riddle says, "Next we shall meet with Hallie above us, at the mountain of the Puma. High up where people live floating, we shall float among them. Seek guidance by Arco Deustua." And I will put that in our Discord chat as well, so we have that to
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. And that's just in pebbles around me?
Just in pebbles, like spelled out a little section. But because you got an extreme, you also notice a couple of other things. You notice that the grass in this area is flattened a bit differently than the grass on the other areas. Those were like trampled, like, you know, lots of foot traffic. There's a lot less foot traffic here in the center.
Okay.
But instead you see large, flat, almost like rectangular or square indentions in the grass, like things have been here for a couple days.
Something had been set there.
Something
Okay.
had been set there. There's a few of those things, and also some holes in the ground that are less like buried and more like if you like poked a stick into it or something.
Like a stake or...
Like a stake, or
yeah.
like a stake or a pole or some kind of thing. There's several of those on the ground around these definitely man-made shaped objects that had been sitting on the grass here. You notice a lot of indentations of very specific shapes.
Okay.
You could give me an idea check, but for you it would be a hard idea check to figure out what it is.
Okay. Yeah, I will do that.
Intelligence check.
Intelligence. Okay, yeah, because my next question was going to be if any of those, like indents made like a shape like a pentagram or something. I don't know. I'm thinking cultists. I'm thinking like satanic shit. Okay, intelligence. You said.
Yep. You need a hard success. Oh, just a regular success.
Just regular. Yeah.
Yeah, you're having a hard time figuring out exactly what this could be, but there was definitely intent behind this setup.
Okay.
And because you got an extreme success, you could easily point these shapes out to other people.
To other people. Okay. Okay. So then when I noticed Parker coming up, I'm like, so all right, I found a couple of things here, Parker. There's like a spelled out riddle over there, but then do you see like all of these shapes here? It looks like either something was set here and left, and they had maybe like, I don't know, like tent poles or something in the ground. They've got these big old holes everywhere. Can you make any sense of this?
Gosh, what is it with cults and riddles? Can I also roll for an idea check?
Yes, you can roll for an idea check to figure out what these shapes, these indents in the ground. You would need a hard success.
All right, here we go. Nope. Bunch of shapes to me. Looks like clouds? I don't know. I'll call out, hey, we found something. Might need some extra eyes over here.
Right. Trot on down.
While they're coming, I'll look at the poem. Is there any, like, do any of the, like, words kind of jump out at me in a historical context?
Yeah. I was gonna ask, so if, like, I make a connection, do I have to roll for my character to make that connection, or is it...
If you feel like your character would make that connection, then you don't have to.
Okay, I'm not sure if she would.
Okay, what is the connection?
You said Hallie? Like,
yeah, Haley,
Halley's
yes.
Comet? Haley, like Haley's Comet?
Yes. Your character would. That is a thing that has been in the. You all would have read about that in the newspaper. Haley's Comet is supposed to be overhead on Friday. That is something you would have read in the newspaper. Yes.
Okay. So, I don't know if you've had
Haley's Comet.
Haley's Comet, yeah. I don't know if you've had a moment to read this yet, Parker, but that first line they're talking about, next we shall meet with Hallie above us. Isn't there, like, there's a comet coming? I read it in the newspaper, and I think that happens on this Friday, if I remember reading correctly.
Right. It's Haley, right?
Haley's Comet. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I completely forgot about that kind of stuff. Okay, well, we got a time then, right? Because that comes at a specific time.
Yeah. What day is it? It's like a Tuesday, right?
It is currently Friday, April 11th is when Haley's Comet's supposed to be here. You are on Wednesday, April 9th.
Oh, it's Wednesday. Okay. The rest of it, I don't. Nothing really is really making sense to me at the moment.
Puma, high up.
Wait. Mountain of the Puma.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We got maps, right? Let's look at the maps.
All right. Is there a Puma Mountain?
So you look through the maps. Give me, let's see. This would probably be a. Also, I will let you give me a history check. For anyone who's trying to decipher any other part of the riddle. Mountain of the Puma would also could potentially be a history check. For map, it could be a navigate check or a library use check because you're looking for a specific place, not necessarily how to navigate.
One of those are the best for me. I think it's going to be.
So there's some options.
Navigate check.
Yeah.
Successful history.
Oh, that was a big failure for me for history.
Okay.
I'd like to roll as well for library
Of course,
use.
sure.
I'm thinking specifically for that name that was in the
Arco?
Yeah, like Arco, like seek the that particular line. I'm trying to see if that name correlates with any of my. I have a short list of places to be at because I have a little guide, so I'm gonna cross-reference that as well. Oh, yay!
So, Miss Zhao and Mr. Lee, you both actually pick up Arco de Ostua. That is a landmark, like a big historic. It's been there for a long time. In Puno, which is on the shore of Lake Titicaca.
Titicaca.
Yes, but it's a big arch inside of Puno. And let's see. Extreme success. You've heard that the Mountain of the Puma is what the original name may have been for Lake Titicaca. Like that might be the translation, because it's you look at the shape from a map, it looks like a mountain lion chasing a bunny. The shape of the two lakes that are there.
Does the lake and the bunny and that look like correlate with the shapes that they left behind as well?
The shapes that were left behind?
Yeah, because
of like the stake holes and
yes. Why don't Miss Zhao, could you make me an idea check?
Idea, so intelligence?
Yes, an idea check with intelligence. You get a plus 20% because of who you are. Oh,
Okay.
you don't need it.
Ooh.
This is obvious with your extreme success. This is the setup for a stage and sound equipment.
Oh, of course. Yes.
Yes, you can see like the dimensions. Like, yes, this is exactly like what you would need to set up. Like, here's your bass speakers. Here's where this would be. Like, it just boop, like, 'cause you've set up so much equipment on stages, time and time again. Now, yeah, that's exactly what it is. This is a setup for stage and sound equipment.
Yeah, it's like they're carrying a decent tech to do their little meetups here. From the judging from the size of the sound equipment, it should allow them to talk to a good amount of audience.
Oh, is that what all those shapes are?
Mhm.
Oh,
Setup,
that makes
yeah.
sense.
With
I
that amount of
suppose,
people,
yeah.
I mean, the echo helps, but yeah, I guess you
Right.
need dedicated equipment to actually get everyone to hear you.
I do imagine this would be a great concert venue
I like it. It's cool.
with the
Yeah.
echo.
Good acoustics here.
Go. Yeah, it's actually really great acoustics. I hear Irina.
Just because she likes to do this, she'll after like she kind of like will talk with Parker and be like, so you think what I'm thinking is probably reach the same thing with the arc,
Yeah.
that
Arco,
location.
Destua, yeah.
Like
So let's
So-
see.
date and place, sort of. Like to
Guidance by Arco Destua. So I guess we use the landmark as a way to navigate based on. In the Mound, the Puma might be a different name for some place nearby. Lake
Well, you
Titicaca.
know that Lake Titicaca is like a giant crater lake. So it's the top of the mountain. The lake is the crater.
High up where people live, floating on a lake on top of a mountain.
so
Do you
like
think we'll be in a boat?
Well, the second to last line, we shall float among them. I guess they're in the town among the people. I'm
I
not
think
sure if they're
this
like
is
going
one of
from
those
birth.
situations where we'll have to get there and see what happens.
Might be, but I think that's every line we got, right?
Because we got to
Yeah.
figure out the literal versus the figurative. And I think a lot of this is figurative. But
Thinking maybe the last line is guidance by Arcu Destua. Maybe that's where we find the next clue, or
Yeah.
more information, or more directions. If we go to
maybe
that
there'll be
landmark.
somebody
Yeah.
there or another riddle.
well, only one way to find out.
Ah, something. Ain't no one here, at least.
Man, I kind of really want to take my freaking striking thing and just make a sound, just make
Go
it go.
on. Yeah.
Ooh,
I'm not gonna
intrusive
stop
thought.
you.
Let's go. Yeah. Now that we have a place, I'm like, just gonna try this.
Mm-hmm.
Just to enjoy that.
You hit your tuning fork, and the resonance, the clarity of resonance here is unreal. It is so nice.
Yeah, under Irina's like almost beekeeper hazmat suit thing, there's like a bit of a smile, like it's back.
Wait, but what? One thing I don't get, we got to figure it out. These weird divots. We figure out the poem. What's with all the potatoes?
Maybe they're just potatoes.
Well, why?
Maybe they're trying to get their ideas to take root.
Maybe it's like part of their ritual or whatever. Plant a potato, plant an idea. I don't know.
Maybe we should ask Julio if this is something special for the Incas or something like that.
Certainly can't hurt.
Now, before
maybe.
we ask him
Might get
down
to
here,
talking for a long time.
also that, but I mean, I feel like we shouldn't leave if we're trying to stop or investigate this cult and like not let it spread. I don't feel like we should leave this poem here.
Oh, right. Gotta break the tracks for
Yeah, I
the camp
think-
so no one can follow after us.
Right. I think we should probably get rid of this poem.
Oh,
That's not a terrible idea.
maybe a quick picture for reference later.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, that's a great idea. And I will pull out my camera and I will get the best angle.
I'm gonna
That
stick
is-
my head in there.
Will
and
come
stuff.
out clear.
That film developed.
Yes.
Rather than
Everyone
Take-
smile.
Cheese.
And I'll take the picture.
It's
Awkward
easy.
smile.
No photography check needed. This is simple, easy, routine photography work, and you're a photojournalist, so just take a picture of the area. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm gonna dig up a few potatoes. Are they all like just random varieties?
Yeah, just random, local, as far as you know, or even varieties. You recognize one from like your dinner plate last night. One of the the really lumpy ones.
I have a question
Yes.
as
Go
well.
on.
Rather than completely destroying it, wouldn't it be make the cult more suspicious if they had nothing to follow? What if we did this and she just rearranges the next we shall meet with Haley about us and high when people lie floating. So just rearranging a couple of the stones so
Make
that
it a bit
just
more confusing.
confusing and just weird and
I like
wrong.
the brain on you, Miss Zhao.
So
Yeah, I think
they
that's a
won't be
great idea.
suspicious.
It would
I
be
hate that.
fun. Anyone pull enough to make it so they just like march themselves into headquarters to get themselves taken a look at?
And maybe we should do the seek guidance by a different landmark.
Pulls out map like where would be a good one where we might be able to have a bit more control.
Can I
Yeah.
roll for poetry?
You may certainly roll for poetry. Yes.
Ooh.
That's probably an arts crafts check.
Ooh, don't have that.
I have arts. I have music. That's not.
If you wanted a different landmark in Puno, since you do have your map, a couple of locations that would be probably equally decent would be they have the Puno Cathedral and the Plaza Mayor di Puno.
Pick
Good
some
plaza.
place less populated, so if anyone does wander by, we know we can like wait for a member who's like looking for more information and maybe take them off guard.
Ruins in Puno. Let me just.
Seek more guidance by the Starbucks or
I feel like y'all are overthinking this, but it's also very entertaining to me.
I mean, I just wanted to mess it up, but this is a pretty good idea, I think.
Cathedral de Puno would make sense. And if we changed this to be almost in the evening, not many people would visit Cathedral at night. What
Makes
about
sense
that?
to me. Let's do it.
Right, so you're able to rearrange the riddle to throw people off who might follow afterwards.
Cathedral at night. Let's go.
And yeah. Do you do anything else here?
That's not going to backfire on us at all.
No.
No.
Let's see. I mean, no idea about the potatoes, but I guess we're not really. They're not going to tell us what they're doing
Can I
buried
keep
down
them?
here.
Can I keep the potatoes? I would love some roasted potatoes over a fire.
You
I
can
mean, I
keep
dug up a few
however
here.
many potatoes you want.
Just like opens her pack discreetly and just puts them in and just like, once we build a campfire, this will be delicious.
Yeah, they're not too far sprouted that you can't eat them anymore. So yeah, you can definitely just go for the sprouts and throw them in.
Just
Campfire
to be
potatoes.
thorough. Just to be thorough, I'm going to like mash them with like my boot and see if there's anything inside.
You mash a potato with your boot. It's a raw potato, so it doesn't mash super easy, but you're able to like, crunch down in there. It just appears to be a regular potato.
Gosh, this is the fucking dog all over again. I'm going to march back down the hill to Julio.
Never did say what happened with the dog. I say
It was a normal dog. I overthought it.
So you go back up the hill, and you do notice as you're getting back out that there is a temperature difference from the bottom to the top. It's quite noticeable. Really interesting. And Julio's like, yes, hello. How can I help? Do you want me to give you a tour? I mean, you already kind of went all around, but I did some digging. But it's fine. What can I do for you?
You know anything about potatoes being buried around here?
So, potatoes are Peru's greatest treasure. The Incans made the potatoes. They cultivated it, domesticated it. Some people would say about 7,000 years ago, on the shores of Lake Titicaca.
I mean, Julio.
Yes.
I'm gonna
Yes.
press the skip button here.
What?
Specifically at this landmark. Should there be potatoes buried around here?
But I mean, when the Incans were farming it, I'm sure they planted lots of potatoes to find out different varieties, which ones grew better. There's red potatoes, yellow potatoes, blue potatoes, purple potatoes, pink ringed with white potatoes. Some are powdery, some are waxy, some are too bitter to eat until they're soaked. There's all sorts of potatoes. The wide, wonderful world of potatoes. They grow in the dirt, and they multiply. And then you pull them up, and there's more potatoes than when you put in. You put in one potato, and you get many potatoes.
So it's like
That's
the
how
fields back
most things that grow happen.
But no, you put a carrot seed, and you get one carrot.
Oh, I understand.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Fruit vegetables, though.
It's the landmark is kind of like what it was supposed to be like then, back in ancient times.
Oh, they think that lots of things were grown here, like potatoes and corn and quinoa and other things, other Incan vegetables and foods and grains,
We only found potatoes, right?
We only found potatoes.
It's not like the land did a time warp. Look at the others. I don't know if we're going to get anything more useful while we're out here. And I guess
Getting the
technically we
vibe
got
that
our next
we are
destination, so.
Capped out here. We should go to the next place.
Okay. Where to next? Back to Cusco?
How far of a drive is it from Cusco to Lake Titicaca?
Well, it depends on where you want to go on the lake. Puno is a nice road. It's about 7 hours. 7 hours drive from Cusco to Puno, and it's about 2 hours back to Cusco from here. We're north of Cusco right now.
Sounds like we're in for another road trip.
What
Well,
about,
the question... Go ahead, Parker. No, go
I was
ahead,
just
Parker.
What about Arco de Stua?
Oh, Arco de Ostua. It's a beautiful big arch made of stone. It's been there a very long time. In Puno. Oh, it's, it was made in the 1840s. As a tribute to some, people who died in a battle. Couple battles. Oh.
How long would it take to get there?
Well, 7 hours from Cusco to us, so 9 hours if we left from right here, right now.
We check out of the hotel.
Mm-mm.
Did not.
I
It's
mean,
gonna be.
we got days before the supposed meetup time, but maybe there's already some guidance at the landmark.
Yeah, I think we should probably head back, get our stuff, and then in the morning head out for Puma?
Puno.
Puno.
Okay, I can take you back to the hotel. Is there anything else you'd like to see while we're out here? There's some really pretty ruins, in the area. It's only a couple hours. Well, if you want to go back and rest, that's fine. There's lots of things. I can show you around
normally-
Cusco.
Normally I'd love to, but right now I'm running off 2 pills. I don't know how long they'll last, so.
Fair enough. Okay, we'll get you back to Cusco.
Is there a library near here and somebody who's not too tired that also speaks Spanish? Who just looks at. How bad is your eye bags, by the way?
I can do it. It's fine.
I mean, makeup's a thing, so probably not that bad.
Teddy already looks tired because Teddy's been punched in the face so many times. It's hard to tell what tired actually looks like.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just like, so between the two of you guys who speak Spanish, can any of you help me? I'm thinking of going to the library. Maybe do some research on some ancient Incan deities. Maybe that could give me some ideas.
Yeah, well, I mean, I love the library. I don't mind going if there is one.
There's some couple of nice places to eat as well in the city, so in Cusco. Just pull out a little list.
Mm-hmm.
Probably go to the library, grab something to eat.
I'm down for that.
Would it be smart to like send a postcard back to headquarters with like an update?
You could send a
Well, I mean-
postcard, or you could send a fax.
Oh, a fax.
I don't think that's a bad idea. I mean, we have our next destination, so it's probably a good idea to keep them updated on where we're going.
And
They
if we
do
get
like
so
to
much
be
time-
updated on when you swap cities to where, so that way if you go missing, they know where you last.
Mm-hmm.
And it might, I mean, they got days. They might be able to send us maybe some resources if they need anything. Yeah, I'll go. Hotel has a fax machine, I hope.
The hotel that you are at would have a fax machine.
Yeah, I'm just gonna head back to the rooms, take it easy, and get that fax with what we know.
Okay. So it's 2 more hours in the car with Julio, who points out a little herd of vicuna on your way back. They look a lot like llamas. But different little. And
Eddie,
They
last
seem
chance you can
peaceful.
stop the car and you can fight one.
I don't think that's a good idea right now. I need to be well rested to make sure that I can look out for y'all.
All right. All I know is my morale would increase significantly watching you punch one of those things before it bit your balls off.
That's
know what?
a bit violent. But
If you want to go out there and help me, I'll do it.
Hey, I mean, a scrapper, but I prefer modern technology. Like a gun or something to even the odds. My teeth ain't that sharp.
Uh-huh.
They're pretty cute for ball biters, aren't they?
So you just got to get them under the neck and then force the head up. It's got to be out of line.
Only you can make it sound that easy, Teddy.
I'd probably make it look that easy.
so am I stopping?
No,
Okay.
No, I don't think so. No,
Okay.
no, thank you.
I don't think this is covered by our insurance.
Probably not. You would assume not. And yeah, you're able to spend another long 2 hours back with Julio, back to the inn. And you know, it's pretty chill back in Cusco. People are just going about their daily life. Busy town. They're hopping.
Is there a library?
Yes, there is the Biblioteca Municipal you'll be able to go to. Open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Probably about mid-afternoon by the time you guys get back.
Okay.
Early.
Yeah, I think Irina and I head out unless anybody else wants to join us. Then we head out.
Let's go.
Then we'll head out.
All right. Yeah, head out. You head on out to go to the library. And the library, you know, it's a quiet place. There's some children, like, in a little reading circle, some young kids. There's, like, with a lady reading them a book about, like, a sad llama, who becomes a happy llama by the end because, you know, he found his family. It's a cute little kid's book that's going on in, like, one side of the area. There is a librarian behind a desk who is just, you know, sorting through checked-in books when you guys enter. Doesn't seem to have really noticed you guys yet.
Okay. In Spanish then. I will be hi, good afternoon. Sorry to bother.
Oh, no bother. Hello.
Hi. We are from out of town and we were just wanting to do a little bit of research about Incan culture and like deities and religion and things like that. Could you direct us to where we might be able to find that kind of information?
Certainly. It'll be the section upstairs.
Perfect.
We'll walk up and just put a little sign at the desk. Be back in a moment, and then
in a moment.
Yeah, we'll walk you guys up there, and you see there's like a bookshelf with lots of college-y looking textbooks about Incan culture, but then also with some the ones that look a little easier to read. Yeah, she's this whole section is about Incan culture and their mythology. The left-hand side's a bit more about their civilization and technology, and the right-hand side's a bit more about their mythology and civilization.
Perfect. Thank you, darling. We appreciate it.
Let me know if you need any more help. Go downstairs.
Absolutely. And then I'll switch back to English. I'm like, all right, so this side is more mythology and such, and then that side is civilization. Like, what are you looking for in particular?
Well, I mean, their god is some sort of snake god, right?
Yeah, I think it was like Yacumama or Yacumame, something like that.
Something like that. So she kind of like looks around. Like, do we have like a library database as well that you can kind of go on the computer to look for?
Oh, honey, no.
Or like a card catalog.
There's a card catalog.
A card catalog. Let's go.
That makes way more sense for this time. Yeah.
Yeah. No, there's not in this. Like, if you were in New York City, there'd be a couple computers maybe, but not in.
And she's looking around for like her big clunky computers. They don't exist. They're just size. Rolodex. Let's go.
Yeah, you gotta go through the card catalog.
I will, so one of us can search the shelves and one of us can search the card catalog. I will tell Irina like the Spanish words for like what we're looking for essentially.
Okay.
I
will take my keywords and begin to query.
Yeah. And like I'll write them down for you so you can like spell them out and stuff too.
Okay. All right. So you look through. Give me library use checks, both of you.
Library use. That's a failure for me.
All right, Irina, you find a section about basic Incan beliefs. Basically, like their kind of mythology books. Like, you know, you basically find like a religious culture book in the good old Rolodex. Bobby May, there's a lot of books here. A lot of books, but Irina is able to find, write down on a card the information for one specific one that looks to be promising.
What do you think of this one here? Start.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a great place to start. Let me grab it real quick, and I'll pull it out.
Okay, you pull it out. There's actually two. There would be the one about Incan specifically, and then there's ones of it's just like local legends of Peru. So you look up the Incan one, and you see that they believe that the belief system's integrated with their view of the cosmos, specifically from Cusco as their central point. Like the capital's here, so they did a lot of looking up at the stars and constellation, depicting movements of constellations, planets, planetary formations, which are connected to their agricultural cycles. Very important that these seasons were logged for them. And let's see, also their foundation legends. There's not a ton that is known because it was they didn't have amazing records like some other cultures, and also the Spanish. But there was the founder of the Inca dynasty in Peru was, probably gonna butcher this name terribly, Manco Capac, was the founder of the civilization in Cusco, and they had a few, like, kind of like Romans, they allowed other cultures to be integrated into their empire who were allowed to keep their individual religions. So you'll find a bunch of different little ones. There is Apu, who's the great spirit god of the mountains, Amaru, who is a serpent or dragon deity, often represented as a giant winged snake with crystalline eyes. You've got the Ataguchu, who is their god who assisted in their creation myth. You find dozens of these. These are just some of the first bigger ones that come up. Like, you find dozens of little ones, but you don't see any mention of Yacumama.
Yacumama?
And
okay.
any mention of the Incan books.
Is there any... Do any of them have any type of association or correlation with Halley's Comet?
So, Halley's Comet comes around every 75 to 79 years. If you look into their... They were very on top of their celestial calendars. So there is mentions of Halley's Comet. It wouldn't be called Halley's Comet, but there would be... It's an an astral traveling object. They would have been able to notice it and log it. So you see that from what records they would have been aware of Halley's Comet, but there doesn't seem to be any special note of it per se. Just that they would have been aware of its existence and probably made note of it, and there may have been special things done at the time to celebrate it or to make note of it, as everything was done by the cosmic calendar,
right.
Which oddly enough was 365 days in a year, which is distinctly different than the Mayan calendar.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
lots of interesting things. So that's what you find from the book about Incan culture and civilization. But then you have the general mythology of Peru. You do find mention of Yacumama in that book. It would seem that Yacumama is a newer, not as ancient as the Incan beliefs. Yacumama is what some people would refer to as more of a cryptid of America, you would say. Like,
Okay.
Like Bigfoot is in the
Like
Pacific
Bigfoot.
Northwest. Yeah, like Bigfoot.
Mm-hmm.
Or the Florida
Mhm.
skunk ape. Or, Nessie.
Yeah.
The Yetis. Like, Yacumama seems to be among a long list of South American cryptids. Giant, 200-foot long snake, at least 3 feet around. Mother of Water is another one of its names, believed to have created all water life, and therefore is also capable of taking it away and can suck up any life within 20 feet of it. There's goes on to be sightings. It's primarily seen in the Amazon rainforest. There's no mentions of it living outside of the Amazon rainforest.
Interesting. Okay, and I'm relaying all of this to Irina as I'm discovering it.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely a lot of information. I was kind of hoping I'd find like some type of correlation with Haley's Comet because that seems important based off the poem we found. But it seems like she's just like America's Bigfoot.
Well, America probably has some cult about Bigfoot. Let's be honest, we've probably chased after weirder cults before.
That's very true. I don't know how much more we'd be able to uncover about this here. It doesn't really seem like something that's culturally significant the way their deities are.
No, I suppose when it comes to culture, you know what it looks at it is like, honestly, we should have tried the less legal route.
Like what, darling?
I mean, okay, have you ever heard of how old are MLM schemes out of character, Lindsay? Well, in cults.
Avon is thriving in the 80s, as is Tupperware sales. So,
Yeah.
MLMs have
That's
been
true.
around for quite a long time.
That is, yeah. Thank you for the Tupperware scheme. Just like, well, about the Tupperware schemes. How did they
Tupperware
get
and
you
Avon,
from...
Avon more than anything.
Yeah,
It's Avon
from...
ladies.
I do not know this, Avon ladies. I'm terrified to find out.
I distinctly remember that from my childhood, because it persisted well into the 90s, and I was like, oh man, Avon catalogs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she'd be like, so you know Avon on Tupperware, how do they get you in those companies in that particular profession? It's by word of mouth and through family, right? Family and friend referrals.
Right.
So if let's say they got Sophia, shouldn't we be seeing if Sophia's friends have been getting many letters? Because haven't they been recruiting by letters?
Is that did we read that in the dossier that they were?
Yeah, they have like mailing lists that people have signed up for, apparently. Some mailing lists, and also an online forum that Wintercroft has managed to get the credentials to log into. It's very cryptic.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's like, there's also, of course, if we can go to get access to a computer, maybe see if we can look something there as well.
Right. I think that might be a little difficult here, finding a computer. Yeah, I mean, if you want, we can go back to Sophia's and see if we can, ask her mom about any of her friends. Maybe that have
Ask
gone
her.
missing or that are still here.
Yeah, then we can ask them if they had any interesting mail.
Yeah, well, we can even ask her mama if she had any interest in mail or any letters or anything like that.
Sure. And we can grab a bite. Maybe not guinea pig again, though.
Yeah, I don't think guinea pig again, but
Listen,
I am definitely
only
feeling
if
hungry.
you get it deep fried, it's not that bad.
It'll be fine. It's fine.
It is good, but deep fried food 2 times in a row is good for my soul and not so good for my heart.
Right. I think we got a plan then. Let's, put these books back and then we can go grab a bite to eat and
Should
talk
we let
to
the
some
gentlemen know? I mean, they're probably sleeping off their...
Yeah.
So
yeah, let's go
speaking
back
of
to the hotel.
the gentlemen, what have they been up to while the ladies were at the library?
Can I use your fax machine?
See.
And I explained that in Spanish just to
Uh-huh.
make sure that I got all the way clear.
Fax
Fax.
machine.
Yeah.
Saying it slower and longer does not help.
Ah. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, you're able to use the fax machine. What do you say in your report?
That's a good point.
Just out of curiosity,
It's Máquina de fax, just so you know.
Making the fax.
just jotting some notes down. I wouldn't
Yes. In faxes be intercepted.
worry.
Now I feel like we're playing a spy game. Actually, would I faxes be intercepted?
Oh, yes, no?
As someone who had to work with fax, they're actually one of the most secure ways to send information from point 1 to point 2 for A and B.
Hmm.
It's more about the person reading over your shoulder or things like that you need to worry about destroying the original copy. Sorry.
I see.
Yeah, fax is very secure.
Okay. Where we're heading to The date, the significance of Hallie's comment. I think that's all fairly direct and safe information to relay. Also, I guess I'll put down the what are the ruins called again that we were just at?
The Moray Ruins.
Moray Ruins potatoes ?
Yeah, you can fit like a whole piece of paper on a fax, so you're not. It's
Yeah.
not like a telegram, where you can, so you can like
Oh,
type
gotcha.
out a whole. Yeah, it's like a whole like computer piece of paper that's got all those holes on the sides.
Anything else? Anything else we should add to the study? Recommend the frightening. I don't know. I'm not sure. All right, I think that's most of it. Telling them where
Okay.
we're going. We're telling them the time everything goes down. Unless we want to ask them to send someone or something, it might
Yeah.
get here in time.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a roll of the dice if you want to, but I just
Yeah, that's one way of putting it. All right, we'll just send it as is then.
All right. It gets sent.
I will make it up. I'll make it a point to take whatever I put in and make sure I destroy it before we leave.
that's going straight
So
to
we don't-
them
we
and
don't-
dot matrix, baby.
Yes, an international fax. It's going to be. It's not going to be the cheapest, but it goes on the company card, so you know. Just keep your receipts. That's the you get reimbursed for everything. So it's probably like I think I looked it up. I think it's about a $5 to $10 fax, depending where you're from. From Cusco, it's probably $5.
In that time money? Or
In
our
that time money.
Oh, geez. And guess for the latest and greatest
Yes,
technology.
no, I see. You're chiming in. Yep. Yeah. It's not the cheapest.
Hey,
but,
I remember
you know,
making long distance calls just across the states.
those
So
were expensive. Yeah, that's why they want you to
Yeah.
fax, not phone call, because you charge by the minute rather than charge by an entire piece of paper of words.
getting those phone cards, baby.
Ooh. You could call it an emergency, but there's an emergency line. But yeah, fax. That's mostly how you need to check in. That's how you check in. So it doesn't take you long to send a fax. The girls are at the library for a couple hours. What do you guys? It's probably be dinner time by the time they're getting out of the library. So what do you guys do until then? Besides play with the local cat at the hotel, who's adorable.
Oh.
I have perused some of the local entertainment. I'm not sure if that's something you're into, but it is an option.
Gosh. Maybe I down a couple more of those antacids.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe it's not a good option for you right now.
Yeah, probably
Oh,
not.
still a little queasy.
I hate
That
to
is
be the
one way to
boring
get
guy on the trip.
altitude sickness right there.
Yeah, but honestly, I might ask for some more, whatever tea that was, and
Some coca tea.
maybe grab any kind of reading material, or I don't know, just enjoy existing for a little bit. But hey,
If
you
you
want to head out
enjoy
and have some fun.
existing, why did you choose this job?
Well, I'm enjoying existing now because it doesn't include the pain of moving around too much. But no, like, hey, Winter Cross treated me well, sends me to cool places, and was the kind of guy that people said I wouldn't really do much with myself, or wouldn't be able to get everything a college education provides, that sort of thing. But here I am, traveling the world, investigating with a rather impressive group of people, so I don't know, maybe it's my own little way of getting back at the folks who said I wouldn't amount to much.
Did you start believing it?
Well, when I was younger, it's kind of the other way around, but had a thick head and an even thicker ego, so wasn't really kind of people tell me what to do too much.
See, I thought I had a thick head. Then you get punched in it a few times, and well, maybe I do have a thick head. My brain just couldn't take the bouncing between the thick.
Rattle around too much.
Yeah.
I mean, Teddy, I gotta point out, you're not in the safest line of work still. I mean, if you wanted to really like preserve what you got left, one well-placed shot to the head and you might go down and not get back up.
I have not seen anything so far in my times of working at Runnercroft as dangerous as a mob of little girls going at some kids from a group called New Kids on the Block. Not a single thing has I even got close to that level.
I can honestly say I haven't had that experience, and I'm very glad to not have.
Imagine holding a door at an arena while trying to get kids to leave before they get. I don't know what those girls are going to do. They like 12. I don't understand exactly what's happening. But they strong when you get them in groups. It's like Night of the Living Dead.
I'm assuming you were allowed to throw punches back there.
That's a safe assumption. Imagine me punching a little girl this big that looked like nobody that lives here. Pale, blonde hair, blue eyes.
One man against the mob. Only
I would
Teddy
be
stands alone in front of the Toys R Us.
in prison forever. But I will say they paid real well. Real well. But this is way more fun.
And there it is. It's fun. It's interesting.
I get, like I said, I get to dabble in local entertainment, cuisine. They pay for most everything that I do, you know, outside of a few things that I do on my side time. And most of my incidentals are covered. I don't think this is too bad. And like I said, I ain't seen nothing that scary.
I've come across some weird stuff at the shop, but I've never like been part of an adventure that's turned. Remember when I was talking about my time over in Europe, that little village out in nowhere? That genuinely freaked me out. My head was racing. I was trying. It was like survival mode, honestly.
I'm still waiting for something to genuinely freak me out. I don't think it's gonna happen.
I mean, excitement, it's a nice spice to life, but all the same, sometimes I will admit, like days like this, where I'm just kind of existing by the mercy of two pills in my system. Sometimes I'd just rather be in my shop looking at weird knickknacks people are trying to hawk to me. But hey,
you're talking about like, you know, not over the counter, but just like some pain medicine.
The medicine and the antacid. Okay, yes.
Good. Okay, I thought can't have you on those other pills because that is a lot to deal with.
Yeah. No. I know better than most that when things start to skew your perception of what things are worth, that's when you're in danger. You got to have a good head about making sure you know what's valuable to you and nothing twists that when you're not looking. Because people take advantage of that.
Exactly. Speaking of which, let's go get some of the Peruvian liquor.
Peruvian liquor, you said?
That's what I said.
One drink. Might as well sample the local fare.
Exactly.
And so you were able to find a bar or a restaurant that has some booze. Julio will be more than happy to make recommendations or drive you there. And he like does a drive by the library every so often to see if the girls are ready to be picked up. And so I think he's taking you guys to go get some food. He drives by just as the girls are exiting the library. Hello.
Oh. Hey.
Well, hi there. Hey.
Hola.
What y'all doing?
Sampling the local fare. Want to join?
Food sounds fantastic. We were actually thinking about going back to Sophia's to see if we could maybe ask some more questions about her daughter.
Hey, two birds, one stone. Though maybe not the local special this time.
Oh yeah, no, I think different food would be great.
Oh, let's see. It's Wednesday, so the roast. It's roast day. It's very good.
Roast what?
Like a slow cooked stew llama.
All right.
You know what? I'll try it.
With potatoes.
I do like potatoes.
I think there was an American once who said it was like a pot roast.
Oh, pot
All
roast
right.
sounds good.
Okay, I'll drive you back to Sophia's. Park the car. Open the door for you.
Have they? I guess the boys have already had their liquor.
Well, there's liquor at Sophia's too.
Okay. Yeah, I think as like we're kind of going in, it's like the research wasn't as helpful when it comes to pronounce it every single time.
Yacumama.
Yacumama. She's like Bigfoot.
Yeah, she's more like a cryptid than a deity.
Guess it's better to have that in mind than have a misperception in play.
Right.
Actually, might as well. Hey Julio, did you ever get any weird letters from people inviting you to places?
Oh, no one really invites me places. I mean, I was invited to my cousin's wedding like 4 years ago.
Congratulations to your cousin.
Yeah, it was beautiful wedding. I already have 3 kids.
Wow.
That's lucky.
Is he?
Julio's about to start getting invited to more stuff. I feel it, Julio. I mean, after our talk, I absolutely feel it.
Suddenly pulls out a green sticker. Sit on it. Dashboard. Yeah,
and I flagged down Sophia and
Yes.
roast for the table. Everyone feeling very night?
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Okay,
Right.
so everyone orders the llama roast.
Yeah, and whatever alcohol you recommend.
Okay, which was, I believe, some pisco. So,
Go.
yes. It's colorless to yellowish amber colored spirits. In the winemaking regions of Peru, which you'd definitely be able to find it here. You're up in the mountains. It gets shipped around. So yes, that is a bottle. A bottle is bought for the table. It's cheap enough. Yeah.
Pour drinks for everyone. Fill them in on hotel side of things. Send out a fax so they know where we are, where we're going. And, well, hopefully we don't get in, but... Yeah.
Wait, you communicate with the company? Just like what you're supposed to do?
I've done it once or twice. Normally not on short missions.
I mean, this one's, going to be around a week? This is probably the longest one I've ever had, where I'm not just, like, traveling constantly.
Fair.
That's true. We're working with people. That's still new. Thank you, by the way. Oh, man, that was good. It's just like...
Bobby's gonna flag down Sophia after she like brings us all of our stuff and whenever
Yes,
she has a minute.
It looks very tasty. It smells amazing. The potatoes are roast to perfection. They're like the nice, like, soft, melt in your mouth kind of potatoes. Yes. A little bit different than the yesterday's potatoes. A different variety. To have a slight, a more yellowish tint to them than the one. But they're good. Oh, it's very good. Sophia will go, see? Yes? What can I help you with? Yes.
Darling. So we went out to the Moray Ruins. Didn't really find anything about Sophia, but we did have some more questions. Before she went off with her friends, was she receiving any type of letters or like notices or anything like that from any unusual correspondence?
She was submitting college application letters, so she was receiving, some some correspondence from some of the colleges, I believe. There was a bunch of pamphlets. Hold on. To go in, dig up this, or like refill someone's beverage. It takes her about 5 minutes or so to go.
I'll turn to the group and to Irina and Parker and let them know what she was saying.
Good catch, good catch.
And she comes out with
Irina's idea.
She comes out with like about 3 or 4 pamphlets, handful of pamphlets, like little flyers. She places those. She keeps getting these, and they're very pro-environmental pamphlets. Like, global warming is upon us is like one of them. Another one is clean drinking water for all, stop pollutants. Another one is the greenhouse gases are out of control, and just kind of those kinds of like pamphlets.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Can I like take a deeper look at these?
Yeah, you can give me a spot hidden or library use.
I will go with spot hidden.
Mm-hmm.
Also like to help with that.
Oh,
that is a hard success.
Never
so you
mind.
spot hidden.
Got handled.
Nice, yes. So with a hard success on a spot hidden, you're looking at these little pamphlets, these little eco flyers. You're looking at like the stamp date, the date of sending. They're all from within the past couple of months. They're all fairly recent. They're all addressed directly to her. A lot of times at these things, you're used to seeing it being like to the such and such household, and they're sent to everybody on the block. These were addressed specifically to her.
Okay.
Which means she either signed up for these or someone is mailing them specifically.
Okay. Well, I don't know about you, but when I get junk mail and when like people send me stuff, like it just comes to my apartment. It says like resident or the blank family, whatever. These are addressed specifically to her. So either she signed up for a mailing list or, somebody was just specifically targeting her and thinking she was their target audience. Weren't those the people, didn't the hotel tell us that the people that were here were kind of like hippies?
A little bit, yeah.
So I think these might be...
a lot of young people. Well, some older people as well, but a lot of younger people.
I think this might be the group's focus, religion.
It could be. I mean, that hippie generation, they are definitely the ones that would be more than willing to pick up everything and go,
Yuppies.
go have a good time, go, party it up in a different country or city or whatever.
Take part in local tradition, like planting potatoes in their ancient sites.
Exactly.
Things are starting to match up here.
Where did these come from?
That's a great question.
What's
the sender's address?
There is no sender's address.
That's weird.
Is there a company logo? Or
there is like a watermark on all of these of like a snake's head.
Yeah.
Well, now we have the watermark. Okay.
It's like it's subtle. You only see it because you made a hard success on a spot hidden check. There's like a little watermark, and like it's always nicely colored. Again, it's subtle. It's a watermark. It's just a little bloop. There's no like sender's address. There is that watermark.
This might be a bit like a shot in the dark here, but what is the size of the paper? This is gonna sound really weird and specific, but there's different types of standard for paper across the world. So we have 8.5 by 11, which is the current standard. We also have A4, depending on where we're from. Will this, I'm trying to see, where these people might be.
Yes. I'm looking that up because that is a great question. This would appear to be A4.
Can we keep these?
If you ask the lady when she comes by again, she'll say yes. She doesn't need them. She's like, but they are in Spanish, I will say. Spanish and English. They're like in both.
That might be useful for later. Who knows?
Yeah, no, I definitely agree.
I write down the translations to my chicken scratch.
Read it over. I was like, okay.
Just to clarify, this place that's like 7 miles away is like another
7 hours
town,
away.
or...
It's another town. Yeah. This one.
Okay.
Like right now, you're in Cusco, which is the heart of where the Incan Empire once was. You are 7-hour drive north of Puno, which is the biggest town on the Peruvian side of Lake Titicaca. So Lake Titicaca is bordered by Peru and Bolivia.
So, after a couple drinks, Parker puts his hands on the table and leans forward. So, got about 1,000, then some angsty youngins trying to enact change on the world. Question, theories, anyone? What are they trying to do?
Well, the cryptid, right, Yacumama, she is supposedly... The myth is that she created all water life.
All water?
Right.
Mother of water, right?
Yeah. So, and I mean, if they're environmentalists, maybe they're thinking that if they can enact her, they can change all this, global warming nonsense. And that's my guess. That's what I think is going on. At least how they're hooking them. They're saying, that you get this pamphlet, you go to this rally, and they start spouting off about this lady, this big old snake lady, and it hooks them, being like, oh yeah, she can enact all this change. She's, the goddess of water or whatever. I'm just thinking here.
I look at the pamphlets again. What were the specific causes again? I think one was clean water.
Yes, water, stop polluting our water. That's the most recent one.
Yeah, because we have to buy bottled water, because their water sucks.
You do have to drink bottled water here.
And we're heading to the lake, so I don't know. Maybe we're gonna have to go for a swim or something.
Global warming, greenhouse gases, water pollutants.
All
Save
of them
the
have to
trees.
do with water. Except for the trees, but I guess trees need water too.
They kind of do. Most do, typically.
Yeah.
Most do, on a good day.
This is the tree hugger era, so.
All the yuppies.
My question.
Sophia comes around. More llama?
Actually, I would. Yeah, this stuff is pretty good.
Yeah, it was great.
I think it's because it's like a roast. It's still like a beef texture. It's not crunchy. Like the fry made it taste all right, but the crunch made it a little weird in my mouth. This, pretend it's like just what I have at home, in a sense.
Yeah, llama is very similar to lean beef in taste.
I wrap my head around is how are they going to hide 1,000+ people?
Well, that's the thing, is they're not
around.
They're not hiding. They went out and they had this big old rally in the Moray Ruins. They set up like a whole stage.
So 7 hours.
They're posing. I was just gonna say, I think they're posing as an environmentalist group, and whatever they're saying when they're doing their audio tech stuff, it's hooking people.
So 7-hour drive, we're going to arrive, and we're going to be in Chicago during the marathon. Everyone lining through the streets, noise, trash, that sort of thing.
Oh, I have no idea.
If we want to understand what they're up to, the best way is to blend right in. Exactly.
Yeah.
I guess that might work for us if there's so many people that can't keep track of who's who and who's what. I guess, when we came here, there's no one. So I was just assuming that we'll be to the next place, there will be no one as well, but...
Well, I think we missed them, because they did say they had just left a day or two before, so...
Our timing wasn't on
wasn't quite right. But I think if we can get to where we're going, if we can get to that arch, and then if we can find where we need to go next before Friday, before Haley's Comet comes, I think we'll find them.
What time? I'm assuming it's evening.
It's dinner time. Yeah, it's evening.
All right, so first thing in the morning, then head over, see if we can catch up.
I think so.
Teddy, you gonna be out late again tonight, or?
No, I think I'm gonna stay in. Something wrong, Irina?
Nothing. Sorry. Nothing. There we go.
Hopefully you're in the right state tomorrow. I do not have an endless supply of headache medicine. So.
No, it's alright. I have plenty. She just like pulls out her medicine pack. I've got activated charcoal, more painkillers, tiger balm. She just kind of puts everything back. My brother's a doctor, so he gave me a list. Puts it back.
Fair.
All right. If I'm running low, I'll hit you up.
Certainly.
I do want to reiterate, I know we've mentioned it before, but since we are going to a lake, I do not know how to swim.
I also have floaties for all of us.
I can
Perfect.
float. The swimming part, I'm a little slow at, but I can float.
Just water in general. I don't like being in it, so yeah, there's that. Like it's. I don't know if I can get in it.
All right, we will make a point to refuse the boathouse.
Make sure that no one is falling in lakes.
It is appreciated.
Oh, yeah, you would have read something while reading about the folklore of the area.
No.
So Lake Titicaca, there's just a little like subtext of something, just one little one-line thing. It's that that people often, the locals often believe that if someone falls into the waters of Lake Titicaca, which are freaking cold, by the way, because again, this is like 12,000 elevation feet up, mountain crater top mountain. It's cold water. That you don't pull them back up because if they're drowning, you don't save them because it's a sacrifice to the lake. Just fun facts.
Gonna happen for me, but yeah, that's not good.
Bobby,
that's what the locals. Some of the locals, not all of the locals. Some of the locals would believe that, though. There's a note about it in your book that you read.
Yeah.
I think
great.
I think
Love that.
on that particular note, just to make sure everybody else hears it, you're like, well, just make sure none of the locals are near you or push you in, I guess. You would be considered a sacrifice. Yeah.
I'm just gonna avoid getting close to the water as much as I am possibly able.
This Yacumama is like a giant snake?
Yes.
I mean, if there's not a giant snake, I guess it'd be the lake.
It'd be a lake.
It would be a lake, and they look, according to local traditions, they sacrifice people there, where they consider it a sacrifice if one falls in. So, extrapolating that, she's just like, Well, it wouldn't be the first time I've seen someone try to kill other people. So, should be fine.
What do you do?
What do you mean?
Where people are trying to kill other people?
You not remember her saying she found a serial killer?
Yeah. There was a girl trying to become a fox spirit, so she killed a bunch of men.
I forgot about
ate their
or maybe I conveniently pushed that out of my mind because that seemed too weird for me.
There you go, Teddy. You got to stay along for a few more minutes to run into something like that. A little more exciting than your day-to-day.
I feel like that was what we call foreshadowing in our business, just like that.
All right, now am I gonna finish off this bottle by myself, or are you for three? Sorry, had a few. Gonna help me.
Oh no,
actually, Sophia, come over here. Let's share a drink.
It's the best way to get rid of a headache.
Top off everyone's glasses.
Sophia,
come on, peer pressure, peer pressure.
I am good, darling. No, thank you.
Buy another round.
I mean, Julio's got plastic bags. So it's not fun.
Bobby May will not drink.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Just had to ask.
Okay.
So Bobby May is the only one not drinking. Noted. Okay. You all drink some of it. Sophia will like take hers, and then keep moving on because she's still working. But she is thankful. She gives you all a big smile. And like looks at all your plates and then sees that like you've eaten as much as you physically can, and then like nods and like keeps going. We'll put the check down for you. You know, you make a note of it. Wintercroft will cover it later. Just keep your receipts. And yeah, you're able to. Julio had got some. You see, he's got a cooey on like a skewer, and has basically almost finished it off. Just kind of chilled by the car when you guys come out. And he's like, "Oh, how was the llama?"
It was fantastic. Quite good.
Good stuff.
I'm going.
Wednesday
But
is llama roast day. All right, so everyone
Have a
back to the
favorite day?
hotel.
Yes. If you could come get us, Tyler, though, I think we'll make that a pilgrimage to Puma.
Now?
No,
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 in the
no.
morning.
In the
Oh.
morning.
Okay. I was going to say, I don't think I've had enough caffeine today. No, in the morning. Sure. Same time, around 9 o'clock?
Of course.
Okay.
Perfect.
Can you mind doing us a favor, Julio, and getting us another pack of water
Oh, yeah.
for the trip?
Oh,
Nice.
and give him some. I have some of the local currency in my inventory. It's like, can you also like just get us some like snacks, food, and stuff? Since it's gonna be such a long
sure.
ride.
You know what's good.
Yes, I do. He'll
Count on you.
Oh, he's cute.
drive you all happily back to your hotel. And he looks, he goes, "Is anyone not going to the hotel tonight?" Yet?
No, I think we're all
Okay.
turning in.
Okay. I'll drop you off at the hotel. And yeah. We'll see you all in the morning.
Good night.
Yeah.
Not.
He will drive off.
Irina, I hope you
Dios,
don't mind.
hermano.
I hope you don't mind. I'm gonna turn our bathroom into a dark room for a little bit. So if you want to get in there, I suggest getting in there now. And then whenever you're done, just let me know, and I'm gonna take over for a little bit.
All right. You let me know if you need anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Good night, everyone. And she'll just hurry up.
Oh, I've been told I have a tendency to slightly snore when I'm sleeping. Now, if that bothers you, you just go ahead and like toss a pillow at me and wake me up so I stop, so you can get to sleep. Hopefully, it's not too much though.
I probably sleep too much of anything.
All right, what I like to hear, because after that many drinks, I'm probably gonna pass out in 2 minutes. So, night, everyone.
Night.
You'd like to
Before
develop-
Bobby, before Bobby goes to bed, I'd like to develop those pictures. She's been taking pictures like this whole time, but specifically those ones of like the poem
Sure.
and the
Since you are working
Moray
in a
Ruins.
makeshift darkroom, I would like you to make me a photography check.
Okay. Hard success.
Hard success. You are able to effectively block out all the light, unpack all the stuff you need, get her done. No problem.
Perfect.
Pictures look great.
Awesome. I'll let them hang up to dry overnight, and then in the morning, clean up everything and make sure it's all good to go so Irina can use the bathroom.
Okay. Easy enough. Everyone goes to sleep. Bobby May,
Yep.
can I have you make me a power check, please?
Sure
All
can.
that coming.
That's a failure. That's a 94.
Oh, okay, wonderful. And you're sharing a room with Irina.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Sure am.
We're gonna start with Irina first.
Hi. Hi.
Irina, how heavy of a sleeper are you? Just out of curiosity. Are you a light sleeper? Are you a
Um,
heavy sleeper? Just kind
She's a very light sleeper.
of... Ooh, and how do you do when you're
Hearing
sleeping away
such
from home?
noises. Even worse, I think. That's why she's
Okay.
always tired.
So you slept in this room with Bobby May last night. She was very quiet. Everything was fine. Tonight's a little different. Bobby May starts talking in her sleep. A little bit. A little
If
bit
she
of
starts
muttering.
eldritch spewing, I swear.
No, nothing eldritch. She just starts muttering spoons. Spoons. I'm sorry. Spoons. Spoons. Everything's fine in spoons. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. And just tossing and turn a little bit. It's not loud. It's more muttering. Muttering in her sleep. And then a couple other words. Could you give me a listen check to hear exactly what you catch?
I swear if I lose sanity for this.
Success. You hear more mentions of spoons. Everything's fine. I'll forget. This never happened. It'll be like it never happened.
I think because that bit's kind of creepy. Like spoons is fine. I can turn around, ignore that. But that bit, I'm just like, I'm gonna get up and
And you hear just a couple mutters of, I'll forget. Gracie May. Everything's fine. I'll forget.
Is this self-hypnosis? She's just like, and I think she'll like it's gonna be, I feel kind of bad. She will kind of like she has like, I think like equipment. She'll just record that. Just like, bro, I think you need to
like
listen
your
to
like a
yourself.
little cassette recorder that you've got.
Yeah, like one of those. And she'll record a bit of that for Bobby May. Just be like, girl,
Put your cassette
you might
tape
want to
in.
know this. Yeah. And then afterwards, because that was seriously fucking terrifying. If you're rooming with someone like that. Close that, and then I think she'll like, as part of her equipment, I got a silent piano. So it's just a cloth with
with the keys,
keyboards on it.
Yeah, so you can
and she
practice
just like
your fingering.
goes there. She'll just practice her fingering at night.
Yep.
You know, that's what happens when you wake up in the middle of the night.
So there's some fingering going on in the ladies' room. Carry on. Yes. Anything else you do? Yes.
And then
spoons.
I'll try to calm down and go back to sleep. Hopefully she doesn't talk about, more eldritchy spoons.
She mutters the whole night. It's on and off. It's like just when you think she's done, it like pick back up again. Like it's one of those things. You're
okay. I'm probably not very well rested.
Bobby May.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You're having a bit of a dream. Walking on a forest path in the Pacific Northwest. You see dark liquid running down the hillside. It's blood. Then it's water. Blood again. Then it's water. And you turn and you follow it. And it definitely turns to water. But the forest is different now. Forest looks more like... like that cabin you used to go back to in South Carolina, right on the shore, because, not all sandy beaches and islands on an island. It's the south, means there's pine trees and oaks, sand oaks, a lot of tall grass, It's not the tourist beach, so you're following a trickle of water there, down to the docks. The docks, it's odd. It doesn't look exactly how you remember it. Look back, and it's the Pacific Northwest. You look forward, and where the docks were was a cave. And large, weird nest-like shape in front of it. Creep up to look inside of this large nest. You look down, and you're on the dock again. looking down into the water. And that's when you wake up. Cold sweat. Probably 3, 4 in the morning. Irina,
Okay.
you've not been sleeping terribly well because of this, so you probably hear Bobby May wake up with a start.
Yeah, I think it's just a. Oh. Okay. Not there.
I left a glass of water for you over there.
Oh, hey.
At the bedside table.
Hey, Irina. Sorry.
It's alright. Nightmare?
Yeah. I they've been happening a lot more recently. I get them, every couple of months or so, like maybe like once or twice a month, but yeah. Thanks. Sorry.
No worries. Well, I have nightmares too. Happens to everyone. So, do you have a doctor you see? Just making sure you're okay.
Well, I mean, I see my my medical doctor.
Head doctor.
Oh no, I don't. That psychotherapy. No. Mm-mm.
I know a lot of people don't believe it, but it sort of helps.
Yeah, it's not something I want to talk about or relive ever again. So, yeah.
Alright, we get it. It's not for most people. I mean, I didn't think I was going to be using that ever either, so. Yes. If you feel like you want to talk or just want someone to sit with you and just be there, just let me know. Do you want to talk about it?
Not really.
You have a hard time
I'm-
remembering these nightmares when you wake up.
Yeah, like I imagine I have like
couple
flashes.
flash.
First, yeah, and then
you have a
like,
flash
by-
of typically the last thing you saw or the first thing you saw. In this instance, you have a flash of a forest trail and then a flash of those docks.
of the docks, yeah. And the docks, I imagine I know more clearly.
Yes, that's
the
a
forest, yeah.
clearer. Yeah.
Yeah. Half the time I don't even know what the dream was about. I can just see a couple, images, blurry things.
Spoons,
But
maybe?
no, I don't see no spoons.
Oh, okay. Just you repeating that a lot.
Oh,
Hmm.
maybe I was dreaming about when I went to Spoons. It was very idyllic. It was gorgeous. It was such a pretty place.
Hey, first I hear that there's some of you have spoons.
Yeah, Spoons, Washington.
Founded
There's
by
this
cutlery.
yeah,
Mr. Reed.
cutlery. There's this lovely college up there, and it's gorgeous.
Is this the mission that you went to?
Yeah, a couple months ago.
Right. So that really nice one. Got it.
Yeah, it was just some crazy, conspiracy theorist girl thinking everybody was, cryptids and all that kind of thing. So, but I am so sorry for keeping you up. I'm gonna drink this water. Like what time is it? Is it like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning? Like
Oh yeah, it's like 3 a.m. Yeah.
3 a.m. Okay. I'm gonna drink this water. I'm gonna get the bathroom all cleaned up, and then I think I'm just gonna go downstairs. I'm not gonna be able to fall back asleep. So, again, so sorry.
All right. Well, wake me up if you want anything. You see, I
Will
just
do.
rolled back little fabric.
Mhm.
And yeah.
Nah, sorry. I'm gonna do that thing where in the South you apologize like 6 or 7 or 8
times.
yeah,
Yeah.
like a million times. And then I'll clean up my stuff, and then I'm just gonna go downstairs and wait
Our
for the
Toby
continental
Canadian would
breakfast.
understand.
She just like rolls over, is like falls asleep to sorry. It's like
Yeah.
So each of the ladies gets a half night of sleep, it sounds like.
Mhm.
And you boys, you guys sleep great. It's it's a lovely night, just comfortable beds. Yeah, it's awesome. You sleep great. And before you know it, it's the next morning. I need con checks again from everyone for altitude checkiness.
Bobby is already awake, packed, and downstairs. That's a
Teddy?
success.
You're good to go. You are not gonna have any problems. Bobby May, you're feeling better than yesterday.
We're
Parker.
adjusting. We're adjusting.
Yes, everyone.
Getting acclimated.
Everyone is much more acclimated today than they were yesterday. Good job, everybody.
Awesome.
Ugh, I feel better. Mm.
Good today, then. Yeah.
I mean, I guess rather than have fun last night, I'd rather not be miserable for the 7-hour car ride we got ahead of us.
I do
Speaking of
remember you
miserable-
saying one drink, though, and,
Well, we need something to pass the time.
there are other things to help you pass the time here. I'm just saying.
Is it normal for... Does just Julio work for us right now? Or is he just a guy that we hire and he's like just kind of sticking with us?
He's been hired to help you out in this region. He does a lot of driving for
Okay.
people in this region. He like those
Okay.
drivers you can hire for like a few days for like tell you where you want to go and he'll drive you there, that kind of thing. But he won't drive out of region. Like he only does like this part of Peru. Like if you guys wanted to go over into Bolivia, he would need a new
I mean,
Cusco to
7-hour
Puno is a
trip.
pretty common route because Puna doesn't really have a great airport. So, a lot of people will fly if they want to go to Lake Titicaca to Cusco and then get, a car or a train to Puno, but the train takes way longer.
I will check to see if a fax came in for us, just in case.
You do not have a fax come in for you in return.
Okay.
Which is pretty normal, unless you have like a specific question, or things that they have to tell you in turn. They usually don't fax back. It's more like they'll put it in the file, so if anything happens to you, they can quickly reference it.
Yeah. Just in case they send something that we don't want other people to see, then I could just grab real quick.
Yep, nope, fax. No fax is there for you today. It is now Thursday, April 10th, 1986.
And Haley's comment is due what day?
Tomorrow night.
Friday night. We're
So
very
we need to
lucky.
get moving so we're there on time.
Yeah. Oh god. Gotta rush a 7-hour car ride. Alright.
You got time? It's tomorrow night. You still have all day today.
Yeah, let's not take chances.
The all day we'll be in the car.
It's only 7
Yeah.
hours. Come on.
Teddy is absolutely like, listen, we don't know this place all like that. So we should get there early. If we need to, we can find a place to camp out. That's
The
what
land sort of well.
exactly.
I used to have done my 7-hour car ride, and it sucks. In modern day, I can't imagine
does.
like the
It's pretty
bumpers
awful.
or the trails or the
Mhm.
no air conditioning, no music, just
There's music and air conditioning in this car.
Good old A-Tracks.
And the radio. So, Julio,
Radio that y'all don't understand.
yeah, it's all in Spanish.
Hmm.
Everything's. Yeah.
At least it's probably gonna, got a good beat.
Bobby
Yeah,
Man
oh.
and Teddy like.
The beat's fantastic. Yeah.
I'll grab a bottle for the road.
Okay.
Just make things go easier if
Certainly.
and
Easy
also
enough to do.
improvise Molotov cocktail.
If you need to.
That's thinking with your noodle.
So today is your 7-hour day in the car with Julio Herrera. He's there at 9 a.m. on the dot. By all accounts, you should be in Puno by 4 p.m.
All right.
Sunset
Perfect.
is about 5:30.
So a little before sunset.
A little before sunset, yep. So he's driving, he's like, okay, and over here we have great open plains, which has lots of space, because there's no mountains or houses or anything there. We might see some more vicuna today, if we're lucky. Or a, fox. There's some foxes in the area. When we're at Lake Titicaca, there's a frog there that's unique to the lake. You can't find it anywhere else. It looks like a big what's the word in English? Like a scrotum. Big wrinkly frog. Very
That's oddly
very funny
fitting.
looking. Yep. So, yeah, it's if you see it, it's good luck.
So
You say so.
you go to. Gosh, I keep forgetting the
Puno.
Puma. You go to Puma often?
Puno, when I need to. Every so often, I drive people to and from.
Know where we should inquire about places for the night, or?
I'll take you to the nicer part of town first for the hotels.
Cool.
All right.
And he goes on, and like the whole time, he is pointing out things. That is a condor over there. It's a big, really big bird, biggest bird in the area. Over there, that is a roadkill. I can't exactly tell what it is, but it is very dead. And just that's your whole 7-hour ride. Is him pointing out things.
I turned to Teddy sometime and go like, so my buddy says like you need the thumb needs to be inside the fist, and that's how you get a more powerful punch. But
so how you break your thumbs?
That's what I told him, but he swears by it. It's an old trick his uncle taught him.
Thumbs out. You do not
thumbs out, right?
Tuck
right.
the
That's what I
thumbs
thought.
Because you break your fingers.
This guy talks so confidently. And it's like, I mean, he has his thumbs, I guess, so hasn't had to use it. But
I mean, have you ever seen a boxing glove? There's a place for your thumbs to go, so you don't.
I'll be honest, I don't usually watch boxing. Teddy, it's never really been my jam.
Well, great.
Hey, since getting to know you with your stories, I'll check out a match when I get home.
Make sure you watch one of the ones where I won and not one of the ones that I lost.
Okay.
There's a 50-50 like chance on that, honestly.
And over there, oh look, there's 2 male vicuna. You see them chasing after each other.
Which one's gonna get which one's balls?
Yeah, who knows? Maybe Lacuna or
one is really bad at dodging. Not 200. Oh, but the other one misses his shot. But you see him go straight for the balls.
Oh no!
Right at the testes. He wasn't playing about that. Damn.
That is instinctual. That's not a decision. That is something born of.
Yeah, that's built in your blood right there.
Mm.
I hate that.
Oh, Irina, Bobby May, either of you wanna got half the bottle left?
Both of them look kind of tired this today. Yeah.
What'd you say? Yeah. All right.
No, I'm fine. Thank you, darling.
Kind of give a look to Teddy. It's like, did they go and have fun when we were sleeping?
Maybe.
No, just did not sleep well. It is kind of my fault.
Just struggling with the new place and everything.
You know what? Never mind. I don't need to know. Not my business.
She's like, what are they even talking about?
And before you know it, you're in Puno, Peru. It is about 4:15 by the time you guys get there. You had to stop for a llama herder to herd his flock of llamas across the road at some point. Yeah, before you know it, you're in Puno. And it is a smaller town than Cusco, but beautiful views of Lake Titicaca. And it is hustling and bustling. There is definitely a lot of people here in town. He pulls up the car. He goes, "Okay, this is there's a lot of hotels over here. You want to try to find one for the night? I will be here in the car. Just flag me down if you need to go elsewhere."
So it does look like a lot of people are here.
A lot of people are here. Yeah.
Look at everyone else. Maybe we should set up a home base real quick before we start looking around.
Yeah, we should probably find a hotel so we can put all our stuff.
What was the place you recommended, Julia?
Oh, so recommended here is the so that one's really good. That one is the Happy Llama.
Oh, that's a fun name.
Yes. Don't go to the Wrinkled Frog. They have bed bugs.
Ew.
The happy alpaca is good. Let me pull up my map. Where's this? Here's my map of Puno. I had it up. There is the Tiwanaku Hotel. That one's pretty good. The Isla del Sol Hotel is nice.
You know what? Why don't we just go with Happy Llama, see if they even have any room? Also, something tells me that if the folks we're after are what we think they are, in kind of demeanor and intent, they probably like a place called the Happy Llama. Might be
I
closer
think
to the
so.
truth than we
Proud Llama
realize.
before this.
You were at the proud alpaca.
A proud alpaca. We have a theme. I love
Yeah, I
it.
must say, Happy Llama, Proud Alpaca.
I like it.
Next one's gonna be the Dirty Donkey.
So you guys, which you go to the Happy Llama, you go there and there is a young man behind the desk who looks very tired. He's like, oh, hola, how can I help you?
Hola.
Hey, love it. You got 2 rooms?
To make me a luck check, please.
I used some luck, but still have an okay luck, I think. Extreme success.
Hey.
Very nice.
He's like, oh, we've been pretty booked up. Let me see if there's any cancellations. My phone's been off the hook today. And as he says that, the phone is ringing, and like people come in behind you, like, oh, I hope they have room.
Yeah, take your time. You
He
gotta
looks
get time
and he
to
goes,
breathe.
I'm gonna make my own roll. Check. Okay. We do not have 2 rooms, but we have 1 room, but it's a suite.
Sweet.
I think we
Yes.
can make that work.
I think we'll take it.
Okay. All right. It's 4 people. 4 people
people.
fit the suite. It's got the pull-out couch. So.
Yeah, we'll make
Okay.
it work.
All right. He goes back. He like hands you some paperwork to fill out. It's in Spanish.
Hand it off to one of the Spanish speakers.
I grab it.
All right. Here's the key, and it's a key's got the little dongle, and it's got the little llama with a big smile on its face. For like the little wooden key fob that's on there.
Oh, can I get an itemized receipt?
Yes, I'll make a note.
All right, I'll put the paper in my
Receipt
little receipt
upon
booklet.
checkout.
Oh, gotcha. All right, let's just haul our stuff up. Wait, Julio, you got your own accommodations, or
I was just going to sleep in my car.
is that safe?
Lock the doors.
I don't suspect so.
I feel bad kind of leaving Julio out in the open.
Leo, you could at very least make a little pillow for it or something.
You want me to stay with you? I mean,
Yes.
okay.
It's a suite. We can make room.
All right. Sure. I will find a place to park the car then.
I mean, you just drove 7 hours for us. Least we can do is give you a place that's not a car to sleep in.
Very
I think you
kind of
spent
you.
enough time in there today.
Very, very kind of you. Thank you. He will go and find a place. He'll go and find out where the hotel parking is and go park in there. Get it all taken care of.
When I go to grab our stuff, I'm trying to count how many stars I see on his little.
Well, there's a couple more green stars.
Good on you, Julio.
There's like only 1 more red star.
Aw.
Yeah.
You have your good days, you have your bad days. I guess we'll just start moving stuff up to the suite then. Check it out.
Yeah. So the suite, it's like it's one of those like 2-room kind of things. Like the door, it's got a bedroom and then the living room. The living room has like a little kitchenette in there, which is kind of nice.
Ooh.
So you've got the little hot plate and then like a little mini fridge. And then there's like a couple basic cups and forks and spoons and knives and plates and bowls. The bed, it's a king size bed in the suite, and then it's a queen-size bed on the pull-out couch.
We can make this work. I'm gonna start I'm assuming we have windows easily accessible if people were like trying to look inside.
You're on like the 3rd floor, so there's windows. You can see it looks out over the street.
Yeah, but to get up, to climb up the wall to get to the window would be a challenge.
Difficult, yes. It's like a smooth, flat-faced.
So it's not something that just any rando could do.
Yeah. No, it's just it's a smooth stucco building, you know.
Well, looks like if we lock the door before we leave, probably be fun. Just leave our stuff here if we're roaming the town. Bobby May, are you two gonna be okay? You want to take a nap real quick, or me and Teddy can get the bearings and wake up for dinner.
I'm gonna be okay. I think I need to walk. My legs, I don't know if I can even feel them anymore.
Yeah, I think I agree with Irina. Getting up, walking, getting some blood flowing feels like a great idea.
You know what? Sure. Yeah, 7 hours in the car, probably do need to stretch a bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, should we go walk around, get a feel for the city, find some place to eat?
I think that's a good idea. Kind of maybe listen and see what we might hear. If there are 1,000 or so of these folks in the area, someone might slip a little overexcited.
Oh, and I did mean to ask down at the desk if there was an event going on. Maybe if they knew, because, at the last town they knew that there was an event with all these cultists, quote unquote. Mm-hmm. So, maybe they'll know again.
Also, Haley's Comet is tomorrow night, right?
Tomorrow night.
Yeah. So if we're gonna check out the site early at all, we have to do that either early morning tomorrow or tonight.
Where's the arch? Is it in town?
It is in town. Yeah, it's one of the landmarks in town.
Can we walk to it from here?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we could head down that way and see. We could just, peruse, take a look tonight.
Sounds good.
I don't know why I keep using that word.
I love it.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
All right.
Maybe find some place
I'll stay here
coffee.
unless you need me to drive.
No, we're just gonna walk, get some, fresh air and things like that. Relax, enjoy. We'll be back later.
Julio. Someone comes to get our stuff, kill him.
I don't.
I'm kidding.
Oh. He looks genuinely relieved.
Yeah. Just
you, Teddy. Julio would do anything.
Just relax, Julio. Enjoy. Thank you so much for driving us all the way out here.
Yeah,
we do appreciate
thank you so much. That must not be.
I might go down to the hotel bar.
Absolutely. We'll see you later then.
Okay.
Have fun.
I will try. Guys, are you able
Is there
to...
any sort of
yes
way to pray for Julio? In my session notes from last session, it's your hair glistens like nose hair.
No, it's
your eyes glisten like nose hair.
Your hair glistens like nose hair after a sneeze.
We gotta decide now.
Yeah.
If Julio finds someone and needs the room, do we let him have the room for the night?
That is a genuine question.
What do we do? Julio has a sock on the door.
We can't ruin that for Julio, can we?
The real question though is it's a very low probability though. So is it true?
Right. I'm not that pressed about it because Julio.
It'll be a decision later.
Yes, that's future us.
Future us. Gosh. So you guys are able to go out, walk towards Arco d'Eustua. And it's, again, the town is hustling and bustling. Even though it's a smaller city than Cusco was, Puno is quite vibrant and full of life right now, it seems. Lots of locals. But you see a good number of different people who don't look like they're from around here as well. Bopping around.
I would like to keep an eye out for Sophia. We have a picture of her.
You do have a picture of her. Yes, give me a spot hidden check.
Although I doubt we'll run into her, but just because. Spot hidden. Oh, that's a failure.
You don't see Sophia anywhere.
Can I try as well?
Yeah.
And hope to be lucky?
Sure.
Can I get in on this?
Yeah, anyone who wants to look for Sophia, just keep their eyes out, can give me a spot hidden check.
Or why not?
I'll keep it as like a passive Sophia search.
Yay. Got a sort of success.
All right.
Off by 1.
Irina, you don't see Sophia right now, but you're keeping your eyes out. You're looking, you're paying close attention to people's faces, you know, how tall she was, you know, that kind of thing, based on what her mother told you. Yeah, you make your way to Arco Deostua, which is a very nice looking arch. Oh, if I could spell it right. El Arco, some people might say. It's got a wide little sidewalk area, but it doesn't appear to be... It looks like there's people milling about, but you don't see, Sophia anywhere. At least not right now. There's definitely a good bit of through traffic. It appears to be like over a section of like the sidewalk road area, but no cars are going through there right now. There's a little fountain. Very, very, very nice looking place. All things considered.
Sea Gardens by Arco Destua.
Yes, you do see, Miss Teddy, not Miss Teddy, Miss Zhao and Teddy. You see that there is a fold-up card table, you know, that type, is sitting by like the side opposite of the fountain, and you see there's some people who like come by, and then they look and they see that no one's there, and they will mutter to themselves. Teddy, you can understand this because you speak Spanish. Like, must be too early still.
Oh, I asked them just bluntly. Too early for what?
Too early for there's going to be a petition here tomorrow. The raffle tickets? There's gonna be a raffle.
Ooh, I love a raffle.
What are they raffling off?
Oh, it's a spiritual experience. $20 per person. Well, it should be about $20 per. I don't know either.
Do you know anyone that's had this experience before?
I mean, acquaintances. It'll be my first time, so hopefully.
What do they say about it?
Oh, that it's eye-opening. It's the best experience of their life.
Connected to nature?
Yeah.
I mean, technically speaking, everyone here kind of like just us, but they have more information. They're following the clues, going to the places to attend the meetings when they can. So we're just like less in the circle, so to speak. So it's not like we're super suspicious. We could just be new followers trying to catch up.
Huh?
Yeah, well, I'll have to check back tomorrow.
Okay. Well, good luck to you. I hope
You should come too.
Have this.
It's an experience, I've heard. And they get like kind of like an excited look on their face.
You know what? I think I will.
No. I'll give you a smile and keep carrying on.
I pass everything that just happened along to the rest of
Mm-hmm.
Experience.
That was
Tomorrow?
weird. Very
I
strange.
mean, it's the day before,
At the card table,
Alice Comet.
there is a slight watermark.
And it matches the one that Bobby May spotted?
Yep, on the flyers.
Ah, perfect.
I
Oh,
do
we found
have
our
a deck
meeting
of
spot.
cards on me. I don't think that's helpful at all, but it's funny that there's a card table and I have cards.
Yeah.
I mean, this seems to be the spot. Anything to do before tomorrow? Anybody to get a jump on this?
You know what? Let's all just take a picture. You know, we are in, a new city.
Yes.
Let's just, y'all all get together and I'll take a picture. And I want to, like, set it up where I can get, like, a picture of, like, them, the table.
The table and the arc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the arch. Yeah. Yeah.
You're a photographer. You're able to do
We
that
put
easily.
together.
Yeah.
Documenting this. This is
Yep.
this is like a very
Yes.
well documented case if we live.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
if we die.
Yeah. Documenting everything and making it look, like, touristy. Like, we're just a bunch of tourists, you know,
That's
taking
easy
pictures.
enough to do. You are easily able
Yeah.
to look touristy. It's not hard.
Yeah.
Bobby May, you want me to take a picture with you in it? Borrow your equipment?
Oh.
I can just...
No, I'm always behind the camera, darling. But thank you, though.
All right. I'll let you do your thing.
And there were snacks in the car. You had some conchas, which is like little corn puffs that are seasoned, very tasty. But it is about dinner time. You guys are getting
Want
a
some
little
grub.
hungry.
Yeah, I think food is in order.
Maybe just look it for the closest thing. Maybe, hopefully, with eyes on this table.
Just to look
Yes.
back as well.
Mm-hmm.
And during the 7-hour car ride, could I have
Yes.
taken some time to look at where they would recommend some interesting places to eat would be? Here in this
there's
city?
actually a dumpling restaurant in the city that has really good reviews.
It's just to make sure I know what dumplings you mean. You mean like the butter dough balls, yes?
I mean, like Chinese dumplings. Like, yes.
It's like I was like, I don't want to be disappointed.
Nope. Peru has the largest Chinese population in South America. 5% of their population is Chinese, specifically.
Oh, I'd also
So,
like to check
there's a
this
bunch
table
of
that's
Asian food
following us.
experiences.
Oh.
Yeah, you can give me a spot hidden check to see if someone's following you.
Yeah, after we talk to an initiate person.
Nope. Well, maybe.
It's too
Hard to
many
tell.
people.
Yeah, a lot
Are
of
they
people.
following us, or are they just going to the dumpling restaurant?
Yeah. Apparently this place is popular, so probably for the dumpling restaurant. Why would anyone follow us? We're just tourists.
I mean, the same way we got information about. I guess we're eating at the dumpling restaurant right now.
Yeah,
The same way we got
easy
information
to get
about this.
a tape.
They might have gotten information about us.
How?
You know.
They were all gone by the time we got to.
Yeah, well, we don't know like
Where
their
we
whole
were.
internal structure thing. There might be like an actual like inner circle that like is putting things together rather than this kind of like weird chase after the treasure map sort of thing that we've been following along.
Well, they do send all those letters, and they're personalized. That probably means they have a database.
Mm.
And that database would include personal information such as name and address.
Yeah.
Right, but
I'm-
I don't think before maybe yesterday, I don't think any of us were on their radar. I haven't gotten
Well-
any of these pamphlets.
Neither have I.
I'm just like I'll fess up here. The feeling I hate the most is feeling like someone got one over on me.
Mm.
So I do my best to make sure I cover for people being smarter, more well-funded, more thorough than I am. So I'm just trying to think of all the possibilities. And I mean, we've been in the area for what, a day or two, so someone checked the flight manifest, someone just stayed behind to watch the spot, maybe sent a fax while we were driving over. All sorts of things could have happened. I'm just trying to, if I'm about to meet my end because I don't know, we're stumbling into some kind of like weird like smuggling operation, they tie us up, put a gun to our heads. I was like, I don't want my last thought to be I should have been more paranoid. I should have been more suspicious, you know?
I think with that, I'm paranoid enough to have like a look around, like,
Yeah, look around. You had a successful spot hidden earlier and carrying over. You don't see Sophia, and no one seems to be really like. You're getting a couple of looks because you're foreigners, in the city, but not like more than any of the other foreigners in the restaurant are getting. A lot of Chinese Peruvians in here right now. You hear more of the conversations in this restaurant are in Chinese than they are in Spanish.
Ooh.
They're not talking about us, are they?
A couple side comments, like the wait staff as they pass by, but nothing rude. More like, oh, table this wants another this. Which one? The ones with like the, I don't know, America or something. Yeah.
The tall blonde white chick.
Yeah, basically. The two really tall people.
Yeah, the super tall people.
Yeah. Just normal kind of chitter chatter. There's some really hot gossip at the table, like right next to you guys, about like someone whose son was supposed to be going to law school this whole time, but turns out he's been going to school for film instead. And oh yeah, and he called off his engagement. Yep.
I think I was like looking super paranoid after Parker just said all that, and then I'm like,
yeah, something about some Russian chick instead. Like it's a yeah.
I think I dropped
some
my
Russian
dumpling.
chick. Hold on, there's a moment when Teddy hears some Russian chick that's
It's
just
in
like,
Chinese. It's in Chinese.
oh, I don't know that.
Yeah,
Great,
you don't know that.
Thank you. I thought you said some Russian chick.
I give
Spanish.
Arena
I'm
eyes,
sorry.
Like, are you
In
listening
Chinese.
to it?
Oh, great.
So Parker and Arena will hear
Thank
this.
you.
was like-
That makes Teddy feel so much better then. We're not counting that. We're good.
Yep.
Yeah, I dropped my dumpling and it like plops in my fucking vinegar, and I'm like,
You good?
yeah, great.
So,
Eating my dumpling.
anything on the pressing priority list before tomorrow? Checking out that card table and this petition for life-changing experience. By the way, are you guys okay with the chopsticks? Do you need like
Pork?
Oh no, I've been living in New York for years. I am very familiar with chopsticks.
all right?
You're better than my mother. She can't see Yeah.
Learn how to punch. You got to have at least a little bit of dexterity.
Okay, my
That's
mistake.
fair.
The
But thank
was
you for
very
checking in.
good.
It was very nice.
Some people get mad at the food and just start spearing it like a fish with one stick at a time.
I was definitely like that in the beginning. First time I moved to New York and ordered Chinese food, they gave me chopsticks and nothing else, and I didn't have any utensils in my apartment. It was a nightmare.
I can imagine. But yeah, anything before tomorrow or?
I think I'm
Nothing that comes to
good.
mind.
Have we seen the lake yet?
Like
Is
on
the city
Moray?
is the city
Like a
on the
huge-
lake?
It's on the lake, yeah. You
Okay.
would have seen it, especially driving in, like, because the road kind of parallels
Okay.
a little bit. But you're not like on the lake shore, if that makes
Right,
sense.
so we're not like close to the water right now.
Not super close. No, you're several blocks in.
Perfect.
You could get to the water in like 20-30 minutes of walking. Like it's not far, but
Okay.
it's not like right up on the hotel.
Right.
Go and
right,
check
right.
the lake out.
No.
Very
No, we
directed,
could-
Bobby May.
Could
I
just
mean, yeah, I'm interested.
make friends.
What? Friends?
She just looks and just like, well, I'm not particularly good at it, but maybe one of you guys are. There's a bunch of people here meeting, probably excited for their big petition. Probably a bunch of young, hot-blooded people. If we find the right people, they could tell us more.
As you say, young, hot-blooded people, you hear that really dramatic table next to you again, Ariana, talking about like, well, since your daughter isn't getting married to my son anymore. What about that guy? They seem to have like some money. They look well off.
Are they talking about
He looks
Parker
about age. Yes.
or Teddy?
Yeah,
Okay.
Parker. Yes.
Oh yeah, and I'm just like, or
What if he's like a doctor or a lawyer or something?
or Parker, you can get engaged. Just-
Yeah, no, I can hear her just choosing not to engage right now. But no,
I'm sorry,
yeah,
what? Who's getting engaged where?
there's some hot gossip on the table right next to us.
So
But
How hot
She
is
just
this
gives you, like,
gossip?
Right, how hot is this gossip? Please do tell.
Family drama, kids being kids, engagements being broken. We'll give you the
I
play.
mean, she's 26. She doesn't get soon.
I think I just laugh. I'm just like, yeah. So, I'm like, I'm in 30s. I think I need a drink for that, actually. Waiter.
Oh, come over. They ask what they can get you. In Chinese.
I get some wine myself.
Yep, they'll bring over
White
a
wine,
bottle of
yeah.
wine. Yep.
My white wine.
Bobby, make it
y'all
on your
are-
shoulder real quick.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Just gonna stretch and put one arm over her like we're a couple.
It's like,
There we go.
it's always the blondes taking the cards. You're just-
Goddamn blonde.
I think Parker will like stifle actually breaking out laughing.
You just hear
as
that
he-
like, just that classic,
The tisk.
disappointment. Yeah.
Pats you on the shoulder. Thank you. I'll tell you why that was useful later.
Sure. All right.
I guess you don't need to go over and talk to him. It's fine.
But no, I can do a little. I feel a lot better today, so I can go around and see if what people are chatting about at least. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, 1,000 ideas out there. People have to know a little bit more, a little bit less. Talking with enough folks, we might be able to fill in the gaps before tomorrow.
And I think y'all are right. We should go down to the lake because if this deity, this cryptid, is water-based, that might be where these people are hanging out by the water.
What about the other one? He's dressed really nicely. I mean, foreigner.
I just kind of like glance over at Teddy and just whisper, how much do you like talking to old people trying to set you up with their children?
Not at all.
Cool. She just
Why?
like
That is
looks at him,
oddly specific.
gives him suddenly a very sweet smile, and then puts some dumplings into his bowl. Here you go, honey.
That speaks so much more loudly than a hand
Yes.
on the shoulder.
You just hear that again from the table next to you.
Okay, so finish up dinner.
Teddy
by
is
the lake.
absolutely lost. Just like, I got dumplings. I guess this is a good thing.
This is a good deal.
That's a big deal. That's a big deal.
You sure you don't want these?
Yeah, no, these are for you.
Mm.
Suddenly, actually smiling.
Mm-hmm.
Teddy
It
just
devolves
takes
into
it.
like a list of other names and like, oh, but no, you know what happened with them last year. Like, oh, you're right. What a disgrace. And just like it just devolves into like hot gossip about the other people, and your table is ignored from the conversation.
I like
Others.
being with when I don't want people overhearing me. Okay, so finish dumplings, walk by the lake, and enjoy the nightlife, whatever that entails. I'll see if I can dig up some info though.
All right. I think that's a plan. Let's finish up and then head down to the lake.
Yeah,
I'll
you
take
finish
care of the
up.
check. I say, reaching for
Confident card.
The
What?
company
Yeah.
card.
Company
Yeah.
card, hell yeah.
Don't worry, I'll do it. They're used to this kind of BS for me.
And yep, you get the check, you pay it, it's not that expensive. And you're able to go walk down by the lake. Down by the lake. It's nighttime now. Sunset's about 5:30, so it's probably about 7 o'clock now. In the evening, it's a freshwater lake. You hear the calm, well, everyone for Bobby May, but the calm, lapping, rhythmic sounds of the lake. The water is very cold if you touch it. Cold. It's you're at a higher elevation here. It's over 12,000 feet up here. So if you were like a little short of breath before walking around places, you're a bit more today.
Whew.
Walking up here, air's just very thin. Locals are like totally fine, but they've like been born and raised here, so they're well acclimated. But you see a lot of other people who are in town visiting, who are also like, and some just look a little queasy, but they seem to be managing it as best they can. You're able to walk by the shores of the lake. The lake itself, The waters are dark because it's nighttime. You imagine them, it's the kind of lake that would be dark even if it wasn't. It's the largest freshwater lake in South America. It's a big ass lake. You see in the distance what appear to be maybe some islands miles out. Little island clusters. Lots of reeds grow by the shores of this lake. Really tall reeds.
Do I clock in
scenic.
like lifeguard stations or places that would like rent out boats or anything like that? Or...
There's some boat, like, there's a lot of fishermen. Some actually appear to be setting up for some night fishing tonight. But no boat rentals, like, obvious, like, touristy things. No touristy boat rentals. Definitely no lifeguard towers here.
Yeah.
You don't go swimming in this lake. It's too cold. You'll get hypothermia.
May not hurt to ask locals if there's anything weird been going on before we got here.
I turn to the Spanish speakers.
Bobby is like, I imagine you guys like went towards the lake. Bobby is like 20-25 feet back from the lake's edge. Like she stopped at one point and just like will not go any closer.
I am definitely taking a stroll like as close to the water as I can get just to see if I see anything odd. They say no one swims here. I'm looking for other like anything that would make me think maybe that's bullshit.
Yeah, sure thing. Give me a spot hidden check.
Let's get it. Spot hidden.
Success. You don't see anyone swimming in the lake. You do see some lake birds, like an Andean gull, a ruddy duck, which is a duck with a blue bill. Yeah, you see one of those little wrinkly frogs, kind of chilling, swimming along. They're about,
Hey, scrotum frog.
yeah, Titicaca.
I will go see if I can chat up one of the locals getting ready to set out for fishing.
Yep, you go out. They're talking about, like, there's like some tangled nets and they're arguing in Spanish about it.
Hello.
Hola.
I forgot how to ask can you
Wow.
speak English in Spanish?
No hablo inglés.
Alzheimer's, ¿cómo estás? And ¿dónde está el biblioteca?
Biblioteca. And they just point into town.
That might actually be useful, so I'll remember that.
¿Dónde está cerveza?
So charm is prevented by language barriers.
a little bit. I mean, they might find you very charming and they could try to work through it with you, but yes.
In that case, could I guess I might just like see if there's any detail I can pick up. I know it's like nighttime and it's a dock and there's a bunch of people around, but like
that there's actually a fair bit of nighttime fishing that goes on Lake Titicaca. And they're just like untangling nets and the string. They've got like buoys at the end, so you're guessing they might set the nets out at night and then come pull them in the morning, that type of thing. Like try to just. And in places when that happens, you figure that's probably because there's a decent bit of boat traffic during the day, and so you don't want people to run into the nets, which is less likely to happen at night when people aren't out boating as much because it's dark. So you're able to pick that up without making really any sort of check. Yeah, the water frog is gonna hop up and look at Teddy.
I catch one if it's not close to me.
Yep.
I show it to the rest of the group.
He's all wrinkly.
Say, it does look like a ball sack.
I'll bid the fisherman good day and
I feel
return
like
the
there's
others.
a theme the past few days. Everything seems related to balls.
Well, sometimes you just have to go where fate takes you.
Certainly. And I think with that, I think I'm gonna pull out like some like flashlight and start having a look around as well.
Yeah,
The
looks like
background.
normal foot traffic. Again, more people than you would think on the lake shore tonight because people are like checking it out, like ooh, oh, and they're like going back into the city, like kind of like touristy things, like kind of like what you guys are doing. They're like walking out with their flashlights. And stuff.
I'm trying to look for a place where it's a clearing big enough for more people. A and B, learning from my previous experience with the Umiho, I'm looking for a place where they could possibly start writing their summoning gibberish.
So the lake shore, not particularly sandy. I mean, there's sand, but it's not like. Again, it's not like you frolic on these beaches. If you went outside of town a little bit, looks like you could see where the town ends because there's like lights and stuff that, stop. You could probably fit a bunch of people on the shore, but it'd be difficult to talk to everyone at once because the shore isn't like huge, vast expanses. I mean, it is lengthwise, but you'd want to have more of a roundish area. Give me an idea check. You could probably maybe fit a bunch of people on one of those islands out there.
So a boat nearby? Anyone?
Oh, there's lots of fishermen with their boats.
I return. So, turns out I can't speak Spanish, and a lot of people here speak English. But yeah, so look like they're just setting out for some night fishing. But come day, there's probably going to be a lot more boat traffic, just based on what I saw on the dock.
Maybe we should come back during the day.
That's probably for the best.
And if they're doing some weird, creepy stuff, writing sigils in blood or anything like that, maybe we'll be able to see it during the day better.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I was just gonna ask were anyone was asking for rides to like those islands over there.
They look like they would be a good place to hold more people. And that would be where the acoustics are better as well.
Not really any room for secret meetings in town, I think. Probably spot on right there, Rena. Bobby May, you doing okay? You're just kind of... You okay at that distance?
Oh, her headphones died. No!
Oh no!
Oh no! We're almost done.
Quick, take her camera.
Beep boop.
Throw her in the lake!
Literally,
Call
as
it
soon
the
as you
splash
started
dash.
talking, my headphones died. So I'm sorry,
was
what?
like, no.
Oh, I was just making a remark about you.
Like,
keeping
you
your
okay
distance
back
from
there?
from
Okay,
the water.
okay, buddy.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm just gonna stay back here. Y'all, if you need me, I'm here. Back here.
I think we're done here. Not much is going on, but maybe
thank
tomorrow.
It's rather pretty though.
It is.
Very serene
is.
here.
Feels like
Sure.
a Basque kind of place, yeah.
The air might be thick, but it is like fresh, brisk almost. I do like it.
You're able to walk back to your hotel. And and it's a fine walk back to the happy llama. And you go up and you see Julio. Oh, let's see how he did at the bar. Come on, Julio. Yeah, no, Julio has made himself a little, cot up in the corner. And he's already, dozing off a little bit. What is the setup for the sleeping arrangements this evening? We have a pull-out couch and a king-size bed.
This feels like the
Lots of
beginning of
pillows
a
and
fan
blankets.
fiction, so let's do this right.
I guess we already paired off at dinner, so.
Oh my.
Oh my indeed.
So
I mean,
Go ahead.
go ahead.
I'm fine sleeping anywhere.
Same.
I know I have
Honestly.
a little bit of a snoring problem, so
Yeah, I don't want to sleep with you then.
that's fair. Is there a door on?
I-
Honestly, I prefer a cooler. If there's like a door on the bathroom, I'll just take a blanket and kind of snuggle up somewhere.
yeah, there's a door in the
Wait,
bathroom.
No, that's maybe just
You can
sleep
sleep
in the tub.
by yourself in the tub. Yeah, that's fine.
That is not horror show beginnings, right? What?
Wasn't your fear of tight spaces? Hold on.
Oh, it is. Yeah, but I mean, it's like open. It's not like,
Yeah, you'd be fine.
It's not like I'll wake up in a.
I don't like that. I don't like that tone with the "you'll be fine." I don't like that at all. I'm a GM myself. That's the tone where I'm about to fuck somebody up.
I'm very familiar with Lindy's I'm about to fuck shit up tone.
What? Nah.
Actually, you know what? There's only one bathroom here, so if anyone needs to use it, I'm going to be in the way. So
You're just a little claustrophobic, so you know.
Yeah.
So
Look at
how
look
are
at
we
the
pairing
tenant.
off in terms of the beds? Because we're
I
sharing
don't
a
care.
bed.
I sleep like I'm in the military, so
Yeah, I think. I mean, if you ladies want to take the room in the king size, me and Teddy can take out the pull-out.
sure.
All right.
Me.
Unless dinner has somehow awakened something in us as a group, and we've decided that we've like met our life partners. I'm assuming that's not the case, and we were just trying to dodge
we're
annoying
all
parents
sharing
trying to
one
marry off their
bed.
children.
Right. We should probably explain that to them. I think
Right.
they're missing some
I
context.
really don't understand the dumplings. This has something to do with dumplings.
The dumplings were like me touching Bame's shoulder, like times 5. Table next to us was sizing us up as marriage candidates for their children, which
Oh, all right.
I mean didn't really have any sort of possibility, but would have been annoying to be polite about saying no for a while.
Right. That's fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, right. Are you spoken for? I actually don't know, like if anyone here is like someone waiting for them back home or anything like that.
I am not
That's
currently attached.
Quite the choice of words.
Yeah.
No,
Single,
I'm
single.
fine. I'm single.
Single.
Yep.
We have a can of single Pringles here in this group.
Everybody, it's
It
single.
brings me so much joy.
Well, between us 4 and Julio in the corner, looks like looks like we're mostly about work these days, huh?
I point at Julio and I'm like, Julio wants to get married.
Oh, good for him.
Serial monogamous or something.
He's just asleep.
Knocked out.
Aw.
Yeah. Had his hat over his face a little bit, up and down. His breathing.
Well, marriage can be good for some people.
Okay, well we got some time before we hit Zach. I'm curious and a little nosy. Everyone just like too busy with work. That's what it is with me. At the pawn shop, then got hooked up with Wintercroft, and it's just been traveling business, keeping my parents off my back, and that's pretty much filled up my hours.
Personally, I just don't. I have a hard time connecting with people. Don't know why, but
You mean through the lens, or?
just in general, like making friends has never been easy for me. So anything more than friends has never been, it's even harder than making regular friends. So
Sounds
I
like we're
also
gonna
can't-
be pre-gaming. Uncork something just.
Here, pour me half if you can. Yeah. But yeah, no, I can talk someone's ear off. I'm not bad at connecting with people. I just don't have time. I got other stuff I'm prioritizing. So honestly, sorry, I can't really relate. But hey, if that's what you're hoping for, hopefully you figure that out.
nah, I'm not really stressing it right now.
Parents aren't giving you pressure.
No, I don't really talk to my parents all that often. So no, not really. They're not really in my life anymore.
I
That
will
might be a
drink to that.
that might be a cultural thing for us, Irina.
Well, my parents and my brother, so that's off my back. He's married. He's a doctor. 3 kids.
Oh, hey,
There you go.
sister is that's me, but my sister's in that role.
Ah.
Lawyer, off to college, promising future, steady boyfriend. Yep. Always, I line up the shots whenever we talk, and every time they mention like your sister, I add another shot to the line.
Just like I'm just like, okay, yep.
How about you, Teddy?
Oh, I'm good. My family, my brother and sister are all doing well now. My mom and dad, I bought them a house with my winnings, and they mostly leave me alone. My mom does periodically go, when are you going to have some kids? And then I told her I was going to have 17 of them out of wedlock. And then she stopped asking me that question.
Ooh.
I don't have any, by the way.
I don't think I can get away with telling my mom something like that. Probably move in me after or something like that. Well.
You've never had groupies, have you?
What? Oh, hell no. Oh, yeah. Right. You weren't just a boxer, you're a big shot boxer. That's right.
I was semi-popular. I mean, it's not because I know how to talk. And I mean, I look like this. So.
Well, what's that supposed to?
It means I got my nose broken a few times. I've had some busted eye sockets. And,
I think you have a great smile. Great face. Shows you've been in the thick of it. Yeah. People can see that on your face.
Yeah, yes. You're built like a brick shithouse. That helps.
And I have money. That's really what
that also helps, I will admit.
My brother's a big shot in banking. So he told me how to invest my money wisely.
Well, there you go.
You're successfuler siblings, I suppose.
Yeah, but man, you got a more successful sibling?
No.
There was some hesitation in there.
Come on, you can spill it. We're all friends here.
So I had a twin sister. She died when we were younger.
Shit. Sorry.
No, you're fine. It was a long time ago. Don't even really think about it anymore. But yeah, it's just me. And just me. Like I said, my parents don't. After that, we just kind of. It was different, and it's just me. It's fine.
Okay. Well, sorry for bringing it up. I didn't realize that.
It's totally fine. I mean, how could you have known?
Eddie is like, I'm not getting awkward. I'm gonna just drink now.
Why do you think I poured myself a glass? I'm like, I'm getting ready.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if we'll
say about this.
See each other after this big job. Maybe they'll form us into some kind of wonder team or something like that. But no, Wintercoff, it's just kind of, this was the thing and they needed a certain amount of people. So who knows? Maybe this is the last time we run into each other in these circles, or maybe we see each other all the time. But I will say, the few days I've known you all, you're not bad company.
Here.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
If any of you are looking for something weird, you let me know. I'll put it on the list, and if I find something, I'll give you a ring.
Just give them like a look. I have a list in the back of my head. Like.
I'm still waiting to see the weird stuff that Wintercroft's talking about. Truly.
Same.
Yeah, there's been nothing weird on any of mine.
And as you have lots of pleasant drinks together, getting to know each other a little bit, and comment that there's never been anything weird. My Wintercroft investigations, said multiple people. That's where we're going to wrap up this wonderful, lovely, pleasant evening on April the 8th. I'm sorry,
You're just
April the 10th.
Building up to me being more and more uncomfortable until the
86.
Worst actually does happen. I appreciate that.
Wednesday, April 9th. We're wrapping it up. Tomorrow will be Thursday. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It is Thursday. It is Thursday.
Oh, it's Thursday 10th. Now, right?
Yep, it's Thursday, April 10th. Tomorrow, Friday, April 11th, 1986, will be a beautiful day, which Haley's comment will pass over and everything's going to be grand. So, as I leave you all with that, we'll be back next week. So let's go around, let's say who we are, what your favorite moments from tonight's game was, and where we can find you. We'll go in reverse order from when we started. So, Teddy, how was tonight for you?
Tonight was fun. Fun times. I enjoy this game. I loved our bonding moments, both the scene between me, Teddy and Parker, and the scenes between Bobby May and Irina. Those were very good. And then our little get together. And I really, really loved the dumplings thing. That was great. That was fucking great. I guess this is part. Do we do outros here? I'm
yeah,
not sure.
Outros. Yep. Favorite parts, outros, where you find you.
Sure. I am Dimples and Dice all around the internet. I am now an award-winning storyteller for Vampire the Masquerade. You can catch me right now not doing a Vampire Masquerade game, but just you wait. At 11 a.m. Eastern Time on Sundays for Wayward Revelry. It's a D&D 5e campaign based on Beyond the Witchlight, where I am a monster to my players, but we're wrapping up that campaign soon. We just wrapped up my vampire game over on Trooper to SJP's channel. So I think that's it. Oh wait, no, I am on a new D&D show starting Saturday at 3 p.m. Ampistrano. You can catch me there over on D&D Jordan Lee's channel. It's going to be great. My character is going to be introed there. And like I said in my tweet, it's going to be the most hydrating stream you'll ever be a part of.
You should go thirsty then. Check that out. And speaking of thirsty, Snow, Irina Zhao, how are you tonight?
That is a way.
It's a call out. Not in a bad way. We love some thirst
I'm
here
hydrated.
on the left.
I count that as a compliment. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. So yes. Hi, I am Loria Lark, or Lark Loria. You could find me sort of on the interwebs, but also not, because I'm in Baldur's Gate 3 until further notice. Yep. As for my favorite existential moment, something I really enjoyed throughout today was the history show that we got. The emergent learning. I love that. Or convergent learning. I can't remember words.
Campaign set in not a D&D setting. Well, even those. Nugget knows. I'm like, this is
Yeah,
what
I learn a
elephants
lot.
taste like. I'm an educational GM.
Yes, that was, that's some excellent stuff as usual. I love the little bonding moments. I love the fact that we're starting to care about each other before we start going mad together. We handled and there was only one bed situation pretty well, or technically there was only 2 beds.
Yep.
Without writing too much fan fiction, so we're good. But yeah, that was, great time. Loved hanging out with you guys and playing the game. And I'm gonna go back to my 17th hour of Baldur's Gate now.
Wonderful, wonderful. Speaking of many hours in Baldur's Gate, Negatosaurus, Bobby Badine, how was tonight for you?
Tonight was fantastic. I had a blast. I have been, bugging you for the longest time to play Call of Cthulhu game, and I'm finally in one, and it's been a blast. Yes, thank you. It's been friggin' amazing. I'm Negatosaurus. You can find me here on Mondays playing in Deception Check's Mondays in Exandria game that he runs for us. It's fantastic. I play a bard that's very uncomfortable with things happening right now. I'm also the gate master for our every other Tuesday Stargate Flames of Hope game, where hopefully we'll be back next week pending some schedules. Yeah, depending on that was. And then you can also find me here on the occasional, weekend when we play Aliens that hopefully we'll be playing soon. Don't know what the situation is on that, but hopefully soon. My favorite part, I feel so bad. I am so sorry, Irina, for waking you up in the middle of the night with my crazy muttering because of my dreams. I just love that my forgetfulness but brainwashing is bleeding into this, and I'm very excited and kind of terrified to see how it goes. As Lindy knows, I love making myself be in pain, so this is the perfect campaign to do it. Call of Cthulhu, insanity, death, maiming. I'm here for all of it. Yeah, I'm excited for next week.
I am excited as well. Someone who I hope is just as excited is Parker Lee Yutsai.
I am. Hi, Mutsai. I have social media, but I'm trying new ones that aren't dying actively on a website. So I'll tell you that when that happens. This is the main thing I'm doing. I'm having a blast. I haven't played Call of Cthulhu before, and now I'm regretting the past where I could have been playing Call of Cthulhu and haven't been. But yes, you can find me on socials when I make them. We already said that. Favorite moment for tonight? I mean, I think they've all been said before. I love the little character moments, and we're getting to know each other, prying into each other's lives. I like the little cultural touchdown between Irina and Parker, and the dumpling restaurant, and the gossiping parents next to us. But honestly, I really do enjoy like a good mystery in a game, and like you have that little puzzle, and like we're going line by line, and we're slowly like figuring out what everything means. And it's not like we're running into a brick wall and we have to just like get lucky, but we can actually kind of parse out, depending on what our characters might know and what we as players know ourselves. Hallie Daily, that was when the light bulb moment happens, like, it's a comet! So I'm looking forward to what weird shenanigans may happen tomorrow. And of course, the slow burn between our group and seeing the will they won't vibes happen.
Wonderful. My whole Cthulhu GM style is slow burn, so with the exception of Nuggets one shot, you typically, it's gonna be a delicious, tasty, slow cooked recipe of insanity. My favorite moments of tonight's game was the look on everyone's face when it was like potatoes. Like that was a beautiful moment. Also, I just love incorporating real facts into a game. I don't know what it is, but that's a thing. And I was like, oh yes, Vicuna, and there's wild versions of alpacas and llamas, and they go for the balls during mating season. That's what they do. Even the domesticated ones do, but not as viciously. It's on YouTube. It's Guanaco. Look up Guanaco. There's a whole, you're like, the whole time. It's beautiful. It's nature. Nature's beautiful. It says the cult of Yacumama. I also enjoyed everyone being like, go global warming stuff. Just everyone's faces with all these little clues getting filtered in. I love to see new Call of Cthulhu players like work through mysteries, especially if they've played other tabletop RPGs, because Call of Cthulhu is a little different, but in a way that I absolutely adore and love. And of course, everyone's little interpersonal scenes, going through the library, giving each other credit where it's due, like oh, it was Irina's idea to actually come back and ask my Sophia, and just little interpersonal things. I find them all delicious and delightful, and I can't wait for the insanity to begin. So thank you all so much for playing. Those are my favorite moments. Thank you all so much for watching, those of you in chat. I cannot wait till next week. We're going to be back next week. Below the Land of Fire, Episode 3, Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. And then, of course, on Mondays in Exandria, the new batch game that is set in Exandria, obviously. It's getting a little wild. We're going to a thing called the Life Dome, which concerns me. I don't know if in a good way or a bad way, but I'm sure it'll be fine, as long as we don't explode it, which we probably will. And that'll be on Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Of course, hopefully Stargate this next week. Flames of Hope, same time, 9 p.m. Eastern. And then Aliens will be happening at some point. I need to harass Travis about it, but it will be happening. I guarantee it. I will harass as necessary. So thank you all so much. Until next time, everybody, have fun and play games.